Surrounded by women that put in big bucket asses and titties. Niggas got funds in your pockets with only key hundreds of big. Dance around the night, did from my belly, the dadders like big. Cause we on the move and we taming and dragging from city to city. Surrounded by women that pretty with big massive asses and titties. You niggas got coins in your pockets with only key hundreds and fifties. Dance around the night, did from my belly, the dadders like big. Yeah, guys, what's popping, man? What's squanning? My kingdom, yeah. What guan, people? What have I got? Guys, can you hear me fine, yeah? What's up, Celestial Samurai? I tried to send you an email, but you didn't respond. I don't know if you got it or not. Can you guys hear me, yeah? Let me know if you can hear me. Because it's saying on my screen here, use a keyframe. What the hell is a keyframe? Hold on. I sent you an email, yeah, to say that 2 of the songs on your beats, yo, I recorded them, I sent you the songs for you to have a, but it sent me back saying, this email is not found, like you just deleted your email or something. So you send me an email, yeah, so I respond back to you by sending you the tracks. They're only rough, but I wanted you to hear them, do you get me? Bear with me, yeah, and we'll start this live. Let's just see who, if a couple more people tune into this thing. And guys, you can call in on the number provided, yeah? If you want to chip into this discussion, yeah? Don't hesitate to call in and chip into the discussion, man. Because we have to kind of show people that it's alright to interact. A lot of people like to stay silent and hide behind their keyboard and just like not get involved in the discussions and shit. So what I wanted to do on these Saturday Night Lives, yeah, is encourage people to call in and chip in on the discussion rather than just a straightforward live. Do you get me? Yeah. So that's what I wanted to try and all my lives now are going to be on the weekends. So you guys know, Saturday night, 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock, you can check in on the Scribe Tribe channel and there'll be an episode of Saturday Night Live going on. Do you understand what I'm saying? Those of you who are on Instagram, I'll have it on either Friday or Sunday. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm having one on Sunday. It's called Escape from the Chicken Farm. If you've got Instagram, follow at TZT Publishing Group because that's going to be a serious live. In fact, I might do it on here as well if I can. If I don't have to use my phone for anything else, I'll do it on here as well. But yeah, I wanted to speak today about this episode 2. Remember the first episode last week? If you ain't watched it, it's on the page. It's called The Hoax of Ham. And we went into how the Ham story is a hoax thing. Yeah? We went into how the Ham story is a whole hoax thing. And a lot of Israelites, or a lot of our people, are taking on the myth. They're not able to separate the truth from the falsehood. And it's hurting people. But while I prepare this spliff, I'm going to play something for you guys, yeah? I'm gonna play something for you guys while I'm making this split for you guys to see. Hold on, have a look at this.
Yeah, there are a lot of instances like that that people don't realize, where the people who are running the show, they're looking at these people saying, they seem to be, really evil. Like in the case of Bill Gates, maybe he's the Antichrist. People have speculated, well, he's just a knight, under Prince Charles, in this case now King Charles III. So continuing, when Oslo III did not materialize, something called the Roadmap and the Quartet came along. Quartet took over from the Oslo process and formed the Roadmap, which is their approach to try to get the so-called two-state solution, to try to get Palestinian state right there in the heart of Israel's promised land, next to Israel. 2 babies in the womb. Okay? So, yeah, one to kill the other, under the Antichrist. Well, the quartet from its inception was under Tony Blair. And for the majority of its existence, it was still under Tony Blair, though for a number of years now it's been under somebody else. But Tony Blair took that over right after he was Prime Minister of the UK. And that's when it came to fruition. And he reported, of course, to Prince Charles. And the people who have been in charge of the quartet since Tony Blair report to Prince Charles. They're his subjects. So the whole time, he's been over it. Well, what is the quartet? The quartet is the United States, the European Union, Russia, and the United Nations. And because the United Nations is in the quartet, it's all the nations of the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, under Prince Charles. Yeah, there are a lot of instances like that that people don't realize, where the people who are running the show, they're looking at these people saying, they seem to be, really evil. Like in the case of Bill Gates, maybe he's the Antichrist. People have speculated, well, he's just a knight, under Prince Charles, in this case now King Charles III. So continuing, when Oslo III did not materialize, something called the Roadmap and the Quartet came along. The Quartet took over from the Oslo process and formed the Roadmap, which is their approach to try to get the so-called two-state solution, to try to get Palestinian state right there in the heart of Israel's promised land, next to Israel. 2 babies in the womb.
So you see what I mean? Yeah, we're going to get into the discussion about how Prince Charles plays a bigger role than what we've been led to believe. Like print there's more to it than what they show us on the news and stuff. Like, they want us to believe that Klaus Schwab is the head of this thing when it comes to this World Economic Forum, but it's not like that. Like that, a lot of people are saying the head is King Charles III, but we're going to get to that, yeah? He, she, the deities, who nothing exists except by way of Anu and the Holy Spouse, Antum, okay? Except by way of his will. I'm going to fly through these notes so that we can get to a little question and answer bit in the second half, yeah? Bear with me as I paint this picture for you of the silence. When I say the silence, I want to have I want to give you guys a clear-cut definition of what I mean by silence, what it entails. Why are so many people silent on so many issues? It's crazy. If it sounds distorted, let me know, guys. Remember, I'm still learning on the job, yeah? So anything you want me to know, please put it in the notes so I can provide a better service for you guys. I'm still learning this tech, yeah? So it might get a bit sketchy from time to time. I'll try my best to keep it smooth, yeah? First of all, I shout out to Mahogany X, Fatima, and Celestial Samurai. First of all, I want to say, when 2020 started with this scamdemic thing, and they came out with this lockdown thing with the mask, how people had to wear masks, I want people to understand that wasn't to, I don't want to get censored, so I'm being careful. That wasn't to for the pestilence, yeah? That was a ritual to silence the world, to silence people from having a view, from having an opinion, from expressing themselves. It was their way of hushing up freedom of speech. Freedom of speech don't exist no more since we went through that massive mass ritual, global ritual. As you can see now, most of society don't want to speak on nothing. They don't want to. Obviously, there's us. You know, understand the small groups of people who are in the unified, like soul families and soul consciousnesses. But I'm talking about people in the mainstream, because it's obvious what's gone on in the last 3 years. But there's very few people of prominence, of significance, speaking out on these issues, yeah? And that's because this ritual of us putting on that thing across our face is more to it than protecting people from the pestilence. That's not it, man. That's too simple to say, okay, the reason why we're masking everyone is to... Why haven't they done that for other things like foot and mouth, SARS, bird flu, swine flu? Remember, we had all of these different viruses going around the world, and the only time we've seen such a significant, drastic, draconian set of policies being pushed is for this latest one, what we've seen in 2020 with this what they call in the novel, which means new, a novel coronavirus, right? So to me, the masking of society was a massive ritual to make people into conformers, to make people understand that speaking out will get you in trouble, will get you, you have repercussions. If you start speaking out, there'll be repercussions for you. Yo, let me put some music on you. If you start speaking out, there'll be repercussions for you. Yeah, you won't have the privileges that the conformers in society are having. You'll get stuff taken away from you. You get freezed off of social media, and that's like drugs. Right now, all of us use some form of social media, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. So imagine people that are getting banned and restricted on their accounts. It feels like they've been denied drugs, like a druggie out there with crack or heroin, and he's looking for his fix, and he can't find the fix. That's how serious it is. You get me? Hold on. SoundCloud, yeah. I'm gonna put Ragnarok on in the background, really low, just to change it up a bit. Yeah. So that was a massive ritual. Most of society just took it. They didn't even care. They just, yo, we're gonna obey. They just took this. They took this massive ritual without no question. They just started masking up. We didn't even know what this thing was, and people were masking up. Not many people were questioning it. Hold on, why do you want so much things from me, man? Can't you just feel it? Oh, see it there? Because I knew I had my password already. Yeah, these people, what I'm trying to say, that wear the mask, they're the people that don't question nothing. They never question whether this thing is real or if it's a government psyop. They never question the stats that they told. These are people that watch the news. They watch the news and they get their information from the news. That's their source of news. Do you understand? And also, they're the people that vote. Yeah? The ones that wear the mask are the people that vote. You'll never see somebody wearing one of them masks and then you go online and they're one of the outspoken people or one of the revolutionary type people or whatnot. Do you understand what I'm saying? You all them people that wear the mask are the people that conform to authorities, to police, to the justice system, to the voting system and whatnot. And them wearing the mask in numbers is supposed to affect the rest of us, the ones of us who do speak out, who find ourselves isolated. Like, we're the only ones in our family saying the things we're saying. We're the only ones in our workspace saying the things we're saying. We're the only one in a society saying the things we're saying. So now, if the 85% are doing this massive ritual, and they're all collectively saying, oh, it's not for yourself, it's for society, it has a psychological effect on those fringe people who are on the fence, who haven't decided either way. But now they're seeing this massive ritual now, all their senses in their head is telling them they have to get with the program, they're going to have to assimilate. Otherwise, when they look at us, they're going to see us getting in trouble. Well, my man's account got restricted, or police turned up at this person's yard, or police came and closed down this person's business. So it sends a wrong signal. It's a ritual. It's a spell that's going on. So that masking was nothing to do with, they even told you, the mask doesn't stop you from contracting the virus. No little piece of cloth, is going to stop them little spores or spikes or whatever they are. going through that cloth. Do you understand? It was just nonsense. And then you had people like Fauci telling people wear 2 and 3 masks, and there was people putting on 2 and 3 masks. And that's why I say those people, if you tell them to all go on the roof and jump off, yeah, to save the world from this thing, yo, you'll be surprised at how many people actually go on their roof and jump off and think that they're doing their bit for humanity. This is how far gone humans are gone. So this masking thing was a ritual, yeah. And as I said, these are the people that trust authorities. They trust the news, they trust the science, they trust the vote results when they go and have elections. They trust the newspapers, surveys, polls, radio polls. Yeah, they watch BBC and CNN and Fox and all of that shit. And as far as they're concerned, it's us on the social media that are our shit's conspiracy. Because we don't watch the news and we don't listen to the authorities. So as far as they're concerned, we're the conspiracy. So that was a massive ritual, okay, for those people there, yeah. And as I said, in school, we've been taught how to be cowards because everything is about punishment. If you look at the school system and you look at the prison system, it's exactly the same. That's why in places like America, the school bus, that yellow school bus, and the prison bus, that yellow prison bus, is the same bus because it's indoctrinating you with the same principle. It's principally the same thing. And so is society. It's modeled on school and on jail. It's monitored on, it's modeled on rewards and punishment. If you toe the line and conform and memorize everything they tell you in school, all these lies about the timeline and history and science and whatever else, race or whatever, yeah, you memorize that, we'll reward you. Fact check for you. You understand what I'm saying? You've also got a good name in society. You've got the house to show, the car to show, and all that stuff. And if you don't toe the line, yeah, and be a good little citizen, then we're going to punish you, yeah. And when you get punished, other people are going to see the punishment that acts as a deterrent for other people who may want to step out of line. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's the same with school. I was a problem child. School didn't work on me because from the time I was 6, we've had this discussion before, the people in the tribe, yeah? By the time I was 6 or 7, I was being expelled from Sparkano School down the road. I was expelled, yeah? And then from there, authority in school never sat with me. It wasn't that I weren't learning. I was a pretty intelligent child, especially in terms of thinking for myself. But I just couldn't assimilate some teachers or whatever speaking to me in a certain kind of way. At some point, I would end up clashing with these teachers. And it happened all throughout my schooling until I just fucking walked out the thing. Do you understand? I'm one of them rare people. This shit didn't work on me. I took my schooling into my own hands. Like, fuck the teacher, the middleman. I'm going to, teach myself. You understand? Kind of like a Nimrod thing when they say Nimrod didn't want to acknowledge Enlil. He was like, I'm going straight to the top to Anu. I don't want to sit down and acknowledge no Enlil. Do you see what I'm saying? He wanted to go direct, go straight to Anu. Yo, this inverted camera has me messed up, you know. If I go right, it goes to, you know, because it's mirrored. I'm still getting used to it. It's mad. Yeah, so they're the conformers in society that have been programmed to be cowards, to follow authorities and follow elections and all that stuff. And that's because they can no longer think for themselves. When you read the book George Orwell, 1984, it kind of shows you that, hold on, it's going to come to a point where certain sections of society, large portions of society, will no longer be able to think for themselves or fend for themselves or look after themselves. We're right there now, and that's why so many people are cowardly, because think about it. A lot of people know, hold on, if there's no NHS and I get sick. I don't know nothing about taking care of myself. I don't know nothing about growing food. They don't know how to look after themselves. They don't know how to manage communities and manage societies and be people and service it. They don't know none of that. You understand? So a lot of people subconsciously, they know, hold on, I need the government. I need police. You understand? I need this justice system. Well, it might be bad, but it could be worse. And they make excuses as to why. And they do that inside, privately, in their own thoughts. You understand? Convenient, yeah? That we've been made to worship convenience. And this convenience is going to be the death of a lot of humans currently in this society. Most humans can't think for themselves. That's a fact. Do you understand? And when I say you can't think for themselves, I'm talking about beyond society's programming, beyond what you learn in school, in public education. Yeah, you can use that they can think along them lines. But anything that didn't come in their programming, that wasn't a part of them years in school, primary school, secondary school, college, university, yeah, if it's outside of them four things, most people can't even begin to think about it. Like I was saying to my little bro Paper, shout out to Paper, I was saying you got to look at humans right now the way you look at computers. Humans are running off programs, and the program that they're running off, most of them, is the programs that they want you to have, meaning the society wants you to have this schooling program. This is science, this is history, this is religion, this is race, this is politics, where most people are running off them programs there. There's not a lot of people that when they came out of school, they started controlling, like, hold on, I'm taking this program out and I'm getting into this program because this is the right program for me. And make note, everything is a program. This is a program now. You understand when I'm telling you about information and outformation? This program here that you're listening to will get you out of some of them programs that society's been putting into you since you was a child. Yeah, sometimes it will be a bit difficult to grasp certain things that I'm telling you because of the conflict of the programs that we've been having since we've been children. You understand? So most humans can't think for themselves no more in society. People that are society people, society thinks for them. It thinks as a one mind, a hive mind collective. So if it says you can't speak out, most people ain't going to speak out. Most people ain't going to post shit on their social media to back up what we're doing. To say, you know what, let's give my man some backup. Let's all start posting like this because they can't ban all of us. You understand? Most people will just sit back and consume. They won't do no, they won't contribute. Do you understand? And most us black people, we've been taught, oh, what can I get for free? Yo, is it free? Can I get that for free? Yo, is it free? So we so worship this free thing. We want a freebie thing all the time. You understand? We don't really attach value to nothing. Like, yo, let's put some value in this shit here. Yo, you understand? It's more about how can I get some free shit that benefits me. We don't really think about how can I give out, because me giving out, if I'm dealing with Kaibalion and alchemy, I'm gonna get everything I'm giving out. So everything I'm giving you right now, the universe gives it me back. Sometimes it doubles it. Says, here, Jedefre, have this, man, because of how much good intention you are doing this, just because it's right and it's your vocation or it's your role. Yeah, so let's give you back. But a lot of people don't think like that. They just think about, yo, what can I get off my man? What can he do for me? Or what can she do for me? Or what can they give me? Or what can I get off her? Or what can I get out of him? That's how most people's set up for the day. And then they go through the day just consuming shit, whether it's content, videos, YouTube, knowledge, whether it's money off people or whatever. We've been taught to be consumers and to worship convenience. So most people, they don't want to give up that convenience, whether it's a paycheck, whether it's whatever, yeah, the job, yeah. So they just gonna stay silent, and they gonna and they think they can coast through this revolution by watching all the revolutionaries do the work, and they just gonna stay silent. Yo, I'm just gonna learn in the background, yeah. I'm not gonna contribute no money to fight this war that we're fighting. So we're fighting this war with no money. Yeah, we got billionaires, we got Jay-Z's, we got P. Diddy's, we got all types of billionaires, and no one ain't saying, yo, we need to fund this war, you know. We really need to put some of this capital into upgrading us as a people, upgrading our communities, upgrading our learning, building our own schools and certain stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so nobody's not doing that. So, yo, I'm sure I got a picture of these man as well. Let me put these niggas up because I'm going to put a slideshow on because while I'm talking this for you guys. Hold on. Is this the slideshow? Right. Yeah, you understand? Nobody ain't doing nothing. Look, proxy wars and everything. Yeah. So, you see people like Jay-Z and P. Diddy and stuff, they got all the money in the world. They're supposed to be putting money up for this revolution. Obviously, we know they're not revolutionary type people. The only thing they do, will you ever see them doing, oh, this guy bought a house, this guy bought a basketball team, this guy threw a party, this guy's got a new girlfriend, this guy bought a new car. You know what I'm saying? That's all you hear. There's various sports stars as well who's got certain kind of money. shout out to Kyrie Irving, because he's the only sports star I know that's trying to do something with his money and help people since 2020. There you go. Look, them two, yeah, Jay-Z and P Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? Where are they? Where are they, man? What are they doing for folk? They ain't doing nothing for folk. You understand what I'm saying? When they're the billionaires. They're supposed to be billionaires. Kanye out here doing stuff for people. Kyrie Irving, he ain't a billionaire. He out here doing stuff for people. But the billionaires, the people with the big money, your LeBron Jameses, your Jay-Z, your P Diddy's, Dr. Dre's, what are they doing? Other than throwing Super Bowls and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? That's all they doing. They just throwing Super Bowls and stuff. They ain't doing nothing. You know? So these are the kind of people, they need society. They will not they will not be able to function in a world without society. They have to have this setup that society's got, this unfair have not setup. They have to have it. They thrive in it. They can't thrive on themselves. Yeah, it's like the people when you go jail and they're thriving in jail, but on road outside here they can't make nothing of themselves. They institutionalized to the prison. Some of these niggas, they institutionalized to this matrix, to this world. They really can't help us fight this war or get out of this war because, one, they don't want to. They're thriving in the world of before 2020. These men are making millions, are doing everything. Do you think they want to help us as an entity, as black people, get out of the situation we're in so they can lose all their fucking capital and lose everything that the system gave them and make you equal to them? No chance. They're not on your side. They're not on our side. Yeah, and we need to remember that shit and start boycotting these people. Stop going to their concerts. Stop going to their shows and stuff. Akon City 2006. Yeah, but 2026. Yeah, but that Akon City has been shown to be a Mzungu investment in Africa. It's not even his own investment, really, if we think about it. That Akon stuff is more Mzungu affronting him certain monies and giving him certain things to build that Akon City. And I don't really trust Akon, if I'm honest with you. He more into putting out people like Lady Gaga and shit. I'm not into Akon. So like you see the purge coming on January the 1st, yeah, that no one's talking about. Nobody ain't talking about this purge, you know. They done told you on telly, yo, from January, we're going to have a purge, yeah. They're saying, yeah, they're going to have a purge in January, yeah, and the police ain't going to be able to protect people no more. The justice system isn't going to be able to protect people no more, yeah, and people is still out here dancing and stuff. You can go online and still find black girls twerking their ass and shit like that. And they done told us, they've told us this. They said, listen, January the 1st, we're no longer going to come and arrest people off your property or out of your business or none of that. You're going to have to do it yourself. And as I've just told you guys, most people can't even think for themselves, never mind defend themselves. How do you think the world's going to be when you got criminals knowing that bastard, if I go and run up in this old person's house, no, they can't even call police on me. So really it's a frenzy, it's a free-for-all, it's a chaos. These chaotic societies that they're creating ready for us. And we out here twerking and we out here fucking studying all the wrong stuff. And there's not a lot of people that are willing to come out brave and speak about this shit. Most people are going to shy away from it and keep speaking on the same old stuff. Whether it's fucking the war with Ukraine and Russia, whether it's all of this CV nonsense, all of this, we already know the full drop on what that is right now. You understand? We discussed it till we know what it is like the back of our hand. Yeah? We know everything about that fucking pestilence. And if you didn't, it's probably because, if you don't know, it's probably because you didn't grab the book, Coronation or COVID-19 84. We put that shit out for you in 2020. Most of the stuff coming up in the headlines now, we were speaking about that shit 3 years ago. We was trying to tell you, listen, we're ahead of the curve. We're going to put these books out so that all of us can be ahead of the curve together. So they're not going to catch us with this shit. We're going to see right through this shit. Ancestors gave me the drop on this shit. Most of us slept on those books. Whether it's because they don't like me, and I keep telling people, you don't have to like the teacher to get the message, you know. The message is correct. The message is correct. Whether it's Kanye, whether it's fucking Kyrie, whether it's Ashkenaz, whether it's Jedefre, whether it's Dr. Ben, Dr. York, it doesn't matter who it comes from. Truth is truth. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of people have a hard time getting that. Their human gets in the way. Oh, I don't like him, you know. So it doesn't even matter if that person's telling the truth or not. They just don't like the person. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So they can't defend themselves. They need a government. They don't like to hear people talking about defund the police and all that stuff. That shit scares the living lights out of them. Oh shit, the police is gonna get defunded. Yo, you remember that madness? That's turned into this purge thing. Okay, forget defunding the police. We're just not gonna protect people no more. How about that? And people spoke about it for about 2 days. Nobody's speaking about it no more. We're like a month away from this fucking purge, man. Next month, Ross, yeah? We're at the end of November. You might as well say next month, Ross, we're in the fucking purge. Donald Trump has said he's going to run for office again. There's people out here saying, yo, my man's a devil. And they say they got receipts to show that my man's a devil. Do you understand? Other people say Prince Charles is the fucking Antichrist, the devil. They got receipts, gematria and all types of shit. And we out here shaking ass and twerking and taking selfies and engaging in fucking self-gratification and all this nonsense, yeah? Some of us still ain't studied the Bible, yeah? Some of us still ain't studied the Bible, studied the Quran, studied certain things for ourselves. We out here scrolling, yeah? Looking at people who have done the research, yeah? I'm not saying not to scroll. I'm saying make sure you've done your fucking research. Don't just rely on the next man, whether it's me or a next man, because I don't rely on no one. Do you understand what I'm saying? I stand
an incoming call.
and rely on my thing.
You've had an incoming call.
Who's this? Yo, go on.
Yeah, I'm calling for the show.
Yeah, go on. Speak your piece, man.
Purge UK and US or just US?
It's US, yeah, but remember the US is the kind of like gateway for the whole world. So if they say
I just wanted to check, get on with the live on there. I'm watching, yeah.
all right, bless. Shout out to Elijah, man. Yeah, so if they announce anything for the USA, they've announced it for the world. Whatever is sanctioned in the USA, and they say, listen, that's good. This system is good. That shit's gonna replicate everywhere else. Yeah, it will probably replicate the next day. When in the times we're in now, shit don't take long no more for them when it comes to them. For you it takes long. Like if you're trying to get your money back from someone, some government agency or someone, that shit's gonna take a fucking. But I'm talking about for them. They don't drag their feet no more. If they've announced that for the US, and the US is, you can say it's the center of chaos for the Western world right now. Yeah, it surpassed Canada. All that trucker shit. Canada, calm down. Yeah, and anyway, even with that, it's the US that's kind of the pivot point for this whole modern day Babylon's fallen type shit. So anything they announce in the US, yeah, it replicates around the world. If when Trump was in office, it had that repercussions. If he said something about the lockdown or the virus or whatever, yo, that shit has implications across the water, right here in the UK, everywhere else. Do you understand what I'm saying? The same with Biden now. Whatever he announces or whatever they announce in the States, that's for the world. Because you have to look at the United States as the capital of the world. You see, like back in the day, how it was Egypt. Or Egypt is the capital of the world. Like everybody want to go Egypt and shit. Yeah. And then before Egypt, it was Summer, ancient Summer. Yo, Babylon, ancient Summer. You could argue. Yeah. But you know what I'm getting at. That's what America is today now. America is the Egypt of how Egypt was back in the day. Where people want to go there, opportunities, people trying to live there and shit. That's how America is. So if they say, yo, it's the purge, we ain't protecting no one. Look for the UK to do the same thing. Well, you know what? In America, they don't protect no one no more. So bam, we ain't protecting no one no more, rude boy. Because that sets the standard for the world. That purge is kicking off on January the 1st. If you ain't collecting batteries and collecting seeds, seed banks, warm clothes, duvets, sleeping bags, canned food, torches, candles. I could go on and on with the list. If you haven't started collecting certain stuff, man, yeah, or growing your own food, you've got bare land in your back garden, or you ain't considered, okay, I need to grow my own fucking food here, and then I can sell the surplus or trade it, barter it. Yo, you better be thinking ahead right now. You're gonna be left behind, man. That purge is coming. Yeah, you should be learning self-defense. how to use guns, how to use knives, how to use martial arts and all that type of shit, how to calm your nerves when you're in a panic, how do I bring my my heartbeat and my heart rate calm, because if you're panicked out and that, that's like a freeze, like you froze yourself. It's going to be very difficult for you now, you're in a panic thing. Yeah, all of this stuff, we should have been on this from a long time ago, and we've left it lastminute.com. A lot of us have left it real late because we haven't prioritized this. We prioritized everything else. We prioritize mortgages or getting a car or passing your test or fucking going looking gal or your job or whatever. Not many of us said, you know what? My priority is ascending out of this bitch, escaping from this chicken farm. Guys, I got a live tomorrow, Escape from the Chicken Farm. Please tune in for that live. Yeah, I'm going to do it on Instagram and YouTube, just so the Instagram crowd can, because they've been supporting, man, yeah. But tune into that live. It's from 6 to 7, so it's a bit earlier than this one, yeah. So yeah, what I'm saying, most people can't grow their food or nothing. Most people are in such an anxious period, and the anxiety's got them by the balls that they just zipped up, yeah. And a lot of these people as well that ain't saying nothing are the ones that went behind their families' back and other people's back, and they took that thing. I'm telling you, they took the thing, yeah, and they never told no one. And now it's gonna be, yo, I might have made the wrong choice, you know. A lot of people are just in themselves like this, and you can see them when you speak to them. You can see it on them. I'm without calling names, I've spoke to a few people where their photosphere is just telling me I took the fucking jab, and I'm thinking, yo, why am I hearing this? But it's his photosphere that's saying this to me. I've took the jab, and that's why I'm a bit, yo, you don't seem like yourself. You're not like fluid or nothing. You mean you ain't flowing and shit, bruv? Like, you're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and you bouncing off each other, but now, yo, you see a lot of people they got that secret. They took the thing, even if it was one. They probably didn't even take all 3 of the things or 4, how many they was telling people to have your 3rd thing, your triple this and triple that. Do you understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people did it, and because they did it and they're feeling some kind of way, they've not really let the world know, hold on, I took the thing, you know. I took the thing. Do you understand? They're not telling people. Hold on, let's see what this next thing is, and then we'll speak about this, yeah? Just to keep it moving. See, I'm having to relearn how to flow on these things because
by
it's
sharing
new.
some of this information with you, I am in the process of violating my national security oath. After a great deal of thought and a great deal of consideration and evaluation, I have been violating my national security oath on this issue, the issue of UFOs, the issue of this assessment with people, because I consider this to be, beyond any doubt, the major issue of our time. And when I've concluded my presentation today, I hope you will understand, and hopefully you will agree with me, that what we are addressing here and dealing with is indeed the major issue of our time. It goes beyond the Soviet dissolution of the Soviet Union. It goes beyond the Cold War. It goes beyond politics, the recent election. It goes beyond the famines, the revolutions, the terror in Yugoslavia. It goes beyond any major human problem that we are currently dealing with on this planet, because this problem has been with us for thousands of years and is indeed the major issue of our time. In 1964, they had determined, at least this is in the NATO study, number 1, the planet Earth is and has been the subject of an extensive, massive, a very thorough and detailed study by several extraterrestrial civilizations. Now that's an attention getter in itself. Number 2, these civilizations have demonstrated an extremely advanced technology, possibly hundreds or even thousands of years beyond our own. It gets better. There seems to be a process or a plan of some kind unfolding. The studies indicated and demonstrated that a development of some kind of program was underway. Evidence collected indicated that the program has been going on for a very long time, possibly hundreds or even thousands of years. And some of my associates, research fellows, and I have concluded it's probably been going on longer than that. The study concluded that there did not appear to be a major military threat involved, that if they, whoever they are, were malevolent or hostile, there was absolutely nothing we could do, because the level of technology that had been demonstrated was so far beyond anything we had in 1964 that we felt that if they were hostile or malevolent, the game was up.
So you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? People are not even speaking about the fact that the Pentagon came out and told us, yeah, that fucking UFOs are real and it's off-world technology. People's memory is like goldfish memory. So people it only stays on their mind for like 5-10 minutes, and then their mind goes back onto work, wages, bills. That's what this world's about. Yeah, but Dr. York said it like this, because I hear a lot of us say the same thing. We say it like this: how can people not see, or how can people not realize, or you know, things of that nature? And it's because, like Dr. York so eloquently showed us, this world has been under a spell. It's a spell. It's a magic spell. It's actually a conjure. Yeah, we're dealing with sorcerers, man. We're dealing with spiritual wickedness, people that deal in spiritual wickedness, and they're so good at acting that when you look at the average politician or celebrity or footballer or whoever else, they don't really look like religious people. They really give you that impression like, hold on, I'm everything but religion. I'm a secular person. So I don't deal with no God, no religion, no spirituality or nothing. And that's completely opposite of the truth. Dr. York told us it's a spell of spiritual and racial blindness. So he said, okay, it's rendered humans blind, and it was cast on us, black people, or what you want to call melanated people, indigenous people, native people. It was cast on us by Enlil and them, Enki and Enlil and them, when they were having their rivalries and the first creating man. We've spoke about this before. A spell was cast on us. So you must do well to remember these days that, bastard, this fucking world is in a spell. You will see it in certain people. You'll be telling them shit that's clear as daylight. It's clear as daylight, yeah? It's in your face, and they still can't see it. The devil is everywhere right now, and people still will tell themselves it's everything but. Look at people just dying. Young people just dying from this, what's it called? Myocarditis and all this stuff, yeah? Yo, the heart murmurs and all this stuff that we told you in these books was gonna fucking happen, man. We put actually that down. Heart fucking problems, bam, is what's gonna come out of this shit. Remember, this first book dropped before these things came out, you know, and we telling you this Pfizer thing and this AstraZeneca thing and this mRNA thing and the ACE2 receptors are gonna hook on. I started sounding like a fucking scientist, I swear down, writing them 2 books. I was like, bastard, I sound like one of these, man. Like I actually know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's so simple. You understand? You could teach it to your children. They'll be able to, yo, hold this. That's how basic this thing is. And people are so lazy. Like I say, they just consume what they're fed. They don't go out. Look, certain things you can't be taught by someone else. You can only learn it yourself. Like, I'm giving you a few pointers here, but I'm not teaching you nothing. You will teach you. You will take these pointers and these references and you will dwell on it and put it in your own mental court of law. And then you will come to a conclusion as the judge. Like, well, I think Jedefre chatting shit because look, I can't find that. Or you know what, this guy knows what he's talking about. Because what he says, I can go and verify for myself and then scrutinize it for myself. And I can question him. It's not like religion where they don't want you to question them. Yeah? They're scared. They're God scared of you questioning, yo, but you know this in the Bible, or you know that in the Quran, or you know this in the Torah, or you know this translation. They don't like that shit. Yeah? My God inside of me, yeah, you can question God about anything because he's going to send you back to you, which is God in you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's that simple. But people don't want to get it. People's humans is getting in the way. I don't like this guy. I don't like that girl. I don't like that woman. I don't like Dr. Mumby. I don't like Bobby Hemmett because he swears, because she's got her tits out, or because this or that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I said that as well. A lot of us are following the messenger rather than following the message. But like Eddie Griffith said, motherfucker, did you get the message? Fuck the messenger. I don't care if he's got Y fronts on or fucking, yo, I don't care if he's got stockings over his face like he about to rob some shit. If it's the truth, it's the truth. And that's it. Yeah, man. So they created this chaotic society. Over the years, they've been building up to this. And it really started in 9/11. If you really want to take it there, 9/11 was the, like, bam, that was a paradigm shift. And the structure for the New World Order began to be put in place while they told us about war on terror, war in Iraq, Saddam, Bin Laden, fucking Muslims. So we're all looking over there. All of this terrorists, Muslims, fucking war in Iraq, George Bush, Tony Blair, dossier, fucking hell, Kim Jong-il, yo, and they building us up, say, yo, build these niggas up. These are the small fries. We're going to take it to Russia, and we're going to crash the whole fucking world's economy. So all these niggas that ain't paying attention, they're going to be forced to pay attention. They ain't even going to be able to ignore this shit no more. If they ignore it, they might dead ras in the next couple of years because they didn't take heed of the geopolitical climate they was fucking in. You understand? Nigga got blown up in the market or something because he didn't understand. Yo, the market became a fucking war zone, you know. Yo, man, yo, you better start paying attention, guys. If you're not, yeah. So it's a spell of racial and spiritual blindness. So a lot of black people, they don't want to talk about the race shit. It's being forced now because Kanye and Kyrie came out, and the world has to pay attention to the fact that bastard black people is the real children of God. Whether you want to call them Egyptian, whether you want to call them Israelite, them niggas, the black bastards, they're the children of God. Do you know how much people are pissed about that? Yeah? And how come it went us? And they deny it. These deniers would be like, I don't give a shit what people think. They ain't no children of God. Black people are niggers as far as they're concerned. Yo, I have such a good video to show you guys on that, but I didn't have time to put it in this live today. Like I said, I'm still learning how to set up this thing, and it takes the whole fucking day. Yeah. I'm gonna read some of your questions in a minute, yeah, because it's a YouTube live. We're good. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of people ain't speaking out because they don't realize that even though Dr. York broke the spell, because Dr. York broke the spell by coming and rewriting all 7 of the main tablets, Torah, Quran, Injil, Psalms, even down into the Book of the Dead and shit, with the Book of the Coming Forth, yeah, the Book of Life is what we should call it, the Book of Coming Forth into the Light, the Book of the Coming Forth by Day into the Light. That's the title of the book, which they call the Book of the Dead. I'll say it again. The Book of the Coming Forth by Day, in brackets now, into the Light. Yeah, that was what our book was called, and we're talking about the true light. We're not talking about that sham fucking white light that you're gonna walk up in there and you Ross get fucking flung into Saturn, the Saturn moon matrix, spin around Saturn rings Ross and shot to the moon to wait your time to come back to this fucking prison. I'm not talking about that light there, yeah. I'm talking about the true light, the black light, yeah, with the 3 rays, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, so sorry, I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. The Saturn moon matrix, they don't understand, yeah, and the recycling of souls into this earth as a quarantine, as a like prison planet thing, they don't get that. And they don't get that they have always held the keys to their own prison, and now that the prison has been open, yeah, with all the culmination of all these things, from Dr. York busting down the 7 seals and fucking the scamdemic hitting and making people have to real sit down with themselves and think, bastard, this is it, you know. Yeah, we have to understand the door to our prison, yeah, the prison, this spiritual and racial blindness, this spell, this conjure, it was fucking broken in the year 2000 to the point where they panicked so much they had a glitch. We call it Y2K. But like I said, we're so tuned into survival, work, wages, bills, that we don't have time for ourselves, never mind to pay attention to the geopolitics and what's going on in the background. But these motherfucking archons, we were supposed to have them out of here by the year 2000. But a lot of us were so tuned into this matrix that they earned themselves 30 years extension. And Dr. York predicted that that would happen. It's in the holy tablets. It said, yo, it should be 2000, but the way it's going, I think they'll try and block us. And we won't. And if they do, then we'll get here on August the 12th, 2030. That's what it says in the holy tablets, man. And a lot of guys, even some of you guys watching, don't have a reference. And if you really want to know why Jedefre is like the way he is with certain things that he says, I'm going to give it to Dr. York, because he'll give it back to Anu. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm one of them people that at 15 years old, when I finally read the whole holy tablet, that's an achievement in itself. I told myself I'm going to read this whole fucking book. Some of this shit I don't even understand what it's saying to me, some of the science and stuff. But I know that this is the fucking thing. I just know it, because Islam wasn't the thing for me. I was a prodigy at 15 in Islam. My mum and them was like, yo, you need to be an imam. We're going to send you to the Arabic madrasa and stuff. And I started, and then I pulled out at the last thing. I was like, I've had enough of this. It don't feel right. You understand? When I found Dr. York stuff, I knew from the jump, this is the shit. And I don't even understand half the shit in there, but the signature of it, I'm here to relearn my shit. So all through my life now, I've been giving you jewels straight from the holy tablets. Some of it's verbatim. That's how familiar I am with the work of the master teacher. It's not my work. He gave me the eyes, the scroll of eyes. So now if I use that and scrutinize this planet like he told me to do, he says, yo, don't believe me, you know, Jedefre. Go out there and research it for yourself. And he says, yo, the reason why I tell you not to believe me and to go and research it for yourself, because you're going to find other people saying that shit. Yeah. And so you definitely find other people telling you the things I'm telling you. Yeah. And then you'll learn to trust what I'm telling you. Yeah. And that will make you ready for the things that I tell you that you ain't going to find anywhere else. Yeah. Because you're going to see, bastard, my man's been right on so many fucking critical things. Yeah. Now he's telling me this, even though he's the only one saying this. I'm more privy to listen to this man now. Bastard, I gotta listen to him. I don't know nothing about this shit. But everything else he's told me, I've not just believed it, because I'm not in a religion. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not here to believe no one. I'm here to take that shit. Okay, is that what you say? Yo, let me go and check that shit out. And I fucking go and scrutinize that shit. And I might have to come back to you and say, bastard, man, thanks for telling me that shit there. Yo, bro, you gave me eyes on that shit. But we've been programmed to say, you know what, I heard Jedefre say this, so it's the truth. I advise any of you watching me now, if that's what you do, then you're treating this stuff with a religious mind. Yeah? And a religious mind is not needed for what Jedefre is giving you. You can throw that religious mind in the bin, yeah? And use what I call critical mind. Because religion doesn't like critical thinkers. Now, if you use this critical mind and learn to think critically, and learn to think laterally, then you'll start seeing the fucking game in front of you like, bastard. No wonder they hide it under people's nose, because people is so blind, they won't even begin to see what's underneath their nose. You might as well put it on the horizon. They'll see that quicker than if you put it under their nose. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's the reason I am the way I am, because I have a reference. Yeah, I have a reference book. The reference book I have is the Holy Tablets, or El Gadush Lohat in our language. You understand? The Holy Tablets, which is knowledge of the past, the present, and the future. Yeah? So you can dig out the past. Yeah? You can discern the now. Discern it, bastard. This is what's going on. Yeah? Because I got the knowledge of the past. Now I can discern what's going on in this present. Yeah? And I'm going to open this gift. That's why it's called the present. It's my present. Yeah? And I'm opening it, this now. And now I'm in this now, this magical place. That means I can project the future. So I can now create my own fucking future. Woke don't need to be broke no more. Shout out to Akeem. Yeah? I can predict my future. I can build my own shit like Dr. Manhattan in the fucking, what's it called? Watchmen. If you've not seen that movie, Watchmen, go and watch it. That's a serious superhero movie. It's a bit dark, so don't watch it with children. But go and watch that movie just to get the gist of Dr. Manhattan. How he's what you call a matrix builder. where you manifest in real time. Like you could be talking about something and manifesting it while you're talking about it, not waiting to see it happen in 2-3 months or a year. That shit's happening while you're molding matter with this alchemical hermetic speech. But we don't want to do what it takes to get there. We just want to glide through this bitch. Yeah? So it's a spell. The spell was broken by Dr. York, but a lot of people choose to be under the spell. When Kanye first said, yo, slavery was a choice, I was offended. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was offended as you guys were, but I'm not offended no more. Because after everything that's happened since he said that, it's like, hold on. This guy's got a fucking point, you know. You mean to tell me that we was just slaves for 400 years and no one didn't say, rest in peace Nat Turner and certain man who died for the cause, yeah? But hold on, it's just them lot. No one else, just Toussaint, just Nat Turner. And they just carried on for 400 years. And Nat Turner and them, they came at the end of the shit. So you're telling me all the way until Nat Turner and them, no more? That's some bullshit, man. That was a choice and it's a lie. Most of the shit they tell you in history, to do with slavery, the numbers are fucking exaggerated. Like with these Ashkenaz, 6 million were killed in the concentration. Fuck off, it's more like 6,000. And then they tell you, yo, 2 million Africans were taken and put everywhere else. Fuck off, it was more like 20,000. You understand? And all them other Africans in black people in America, in Australia, they was already fucking there. You never took them on those ships. You understand? But we don't pay attention. Or I don't want to listen to the Jedefre. Even though I know he's the only nigga consistently out here challenging fucking the historical timeline. I'm not saying other people don't speak about it, but I don't just speak about it. I put it in my fucking box for people to scrutinize. I've got a fucking timeline. My timeline span like 3-4 pages. Look, 3-4 pages timeline. Yeah, that starts 24 billion years ago, and then skips to 17,250,000. So you got about 3-4 pages in the book that is just a timeline. Look, 1 page, yeah, 2 page, 3 page, back and front, yeah. It takes 4 pages in Treasures in the Sand for you to get through our timeline. And I'm going to update this when I write book 8, which is called After the Flood, and include Tartaria in this bitch and how they added on 1,000 years to the thing. But any of you who's got Treasures in the Sand, you can go in there in the middle of the book, yeah, which splits it in half, section 1 and section 2. Section 1 is about everything before Egypt. Section 2 is about the pharaohs, the main pharaohs. I deliberately left out the Middle Kingdom because I speak about them in this book, book 6. So, but in Treasures in the Sand, other than the Middle Kingdom, we blast out the most famous pharaohs for you and show you who they really were. Do you understand? Through our lens that the ancestors gave us to do this job. Still, half of you out here, you'll run to a Bobby Hemmett, or you'll run to even a David Icke. Oh, David Icke's coming, we're going to go and see David Icke. If I set up shop down the road and say I'm going to do a speech, most black people will turn their nose up. The same ones that is into David Icke or into Linda Moulton Howe or into fucking Bobby Hemmett, they won't say, you know what, we need to have loads of these. We can't just have one person no more. Because if he gets took out, forbid that anything happens to brother Bobby. But if he was to get taken out, then, oh shit, man, Bobby's gone, or they got young Pharaoh. What about if we had 100 Jedefres or 100 young Pharaohs or 100 fucking Bobby Hemmett? You take 1, 10 more fucking come and replace him. Do you understand what I'm saying? You take Dr. Sebi, we got 4 more healers that fucking, you understand? But we don't want to do that. We want to keep just following the large personality. Yo, this guy, he's been running for 20 years. Yeah, he came for a specific purpose. He done his job. I'm not saying he's irrelevant, he's still relevant. But we got soldiers right here, superheroes right here, that if we don't build them, then it's our own fault. Then we're not funding our war. Then we're not investing in the weapons that are gonna get the job fucking done. Yeah? And like I say to you guys, you're gonna have to get behind this movement and force it into the fucking algorithm. You understand? You're gonna have to do your part. This is an army thing when you're dealing with Scribe Tribe and Jedefre. It's a growing movement. Yeah, they can't stop it. Yeah, they can try as much as they want. They're not gonna stop this. Yeah. So this conjure was broken by Dr. York in the sense of this spiritual and racial blindness that was cast on us. Yeah. Yeah, Dr. York broke that fucking spell in the year 2000. Yeah. Most people do not research anything outside of their program. They have to be told by those that they deem as an authority. Oh, the government, or the boss at work, or fucking BBC News, the media. Like, whatever they deem is an authority, only that authority can tell them anything. Yeah? Because it's that authority, that system, that gave them the fucking program. So outside of that program and the things to do with that program, you a conspiracy theorist and you only look at YouTube and Facebook, and they are completely the opposite pole of how you think. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to stop telling yourself, how do people not see, or why do people not speak out? It's fucking evident. Look how much business owners got slapped with £5,000 fines for opening up their fucking gym or their shop in the lockdown. These are people who had to open that business. They ain't got no fucking money. Do you understand? And let me tell you this as well. Most of them people didn't pay shit. Behind the scenes, the government was like, yeah, it's cool. You know why? Because of the effect it's going to have on you. That's what they care about. Fuck that one person. This was just a stunt. It's a spell. So if I close down, make a big scene of it on the news, nobody's even going to ask, did they end up paying that £5,000? That person will probably tell you, did I fuck? Bro, they couldn't take me court. But the world, yeah, the sheep, yo, I can't open me, yo, you got to listen to the government and shit. It's the same thing they did with Trump. I told you guys in my book, Coronation, COVID-1984, they shut man up on Twitter and all of that shit, yeah, because of the effect that that's going to have on everybody that's into, not on them, but the light it's going to put on us conspiracy theorists or QAnon people, or people who believe, who I shouldn't say believe, people who know about the child sacrifices and the fucking Chrome and all of the Biden laptop shit. Okay, so now if we get my man Trump and fuck him up, now all these people look crazy like Trump. Oh, you probably voted for Trump, right? You understand? Let's do the same with Alex Jones. Let's make this nigga look crazy. So from the time you start talking that conspiracy shit now, people think, bastard, Alex Jones, he's a nut job, yeah? Because you think Alex Jones is right. Do you understand? It's we got to start learning how this shit works, the psychology, the strategy, the Nazis use these shits, yeah? Motherfuckers been studying us, even Hannibal and all these men that fought wars and shit, they've been studying us, man. And they know psychology, and they don't teach you that shit in your public school. You got to be going to some special school to learn about how the mind works, psychology and stuff. That's for their children at Eton and Harvard and shit there. They learn that shit. They know how to wrap you around their finger and wrap up your head. And we think on this base level with this dumb 5 cents, 10% brain, we're going to be able to solve anything. And so when people like me come along now, it's hard for me to be perceived. Like my circle say it to me. Shout out to my circle, yeah, the Instagram group. They say, bastard, your shit so fucking like profound, yeah? Most niggas don't even know how to take your shit. And I don't even know how to respond to that. Do you understand? I don't even know how to respond to that. I know I'm here for this job. That's just to give you these keys. So that, yo, it's not just me no more. It's going to be other niggas. Some older, some younger than me that took this shit and, yo, ran with the thing. And they will see that it's infallible. Like Dr. York told me, you use this shit and you see. You put everything in the light of the sun. That's why I chose to call my series In the Light of the Sun series. He said, put them in the light of the sun and burn them up because they're Draculas. And they need the shadow, they need secrecy, they need the world not to be paying attention, not to know. And from the time they're in that secret, that shadow, and the world's not paying attention and can't see them, that's their power. But from the time you bring that shit into the light, or bring the light to them and shine it on them niggas burn to a fucking cinder, bro. On some Dragon Slayer shit. This thing ain't no gimmick. You understand? It's for real. We are at war. I don't know how to say it to people no more. We're at fucking war. And niggas is out here watching bitches shaking their ass and shit. Like, we in a serious fucked up position, man. And the people with money and shit, they don't give a fuck. They on the other side. Yeah? It's fucking crazy out here. Yeah, and also people are not speaking out because of the fear of the unknown. So on top of all this, what I'm telling you, yeah, humans fear the unknown, the economic uncertainty. Like the news will keep using these same fucking slogans and these same things over and over the economic climate and the climate fucking change and the uncertainty and the recession and fucking global breakdown and the fucking and it has a psychology. All of these English is a cursive language. It spells, they broadcasting, casting spells in a broad sense. Let's just keep casting out spells, yeah, because people think it's just TV. And you notice when people really get into TV, they go into the trance. For you to watch anything on telly and really enjoy it, you have to go into a trance, even if it's like, wicked or rare, because you're into this film. But it's a trance. It's got a lock on your mind. Wherever you are, you understand? It's moving you. That's why it's called a move. Move me out my center. All the fucking emotions and shit. Do you understand? People don't get this, about this image, the image of the beast, Revelation 13:15, and he gave power to the beast that the beast will move, these moving images and shit, the fucking mass media, yeah, the one eye, just the one screen to rest clear. Okay, let's go. End of rant, yeah. So we in a chaotic society, guys, and people are, the fear of the unknown, and especially because of the emotionally attachments to religious beliefs. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, the fucking days of Revelation, Jesus is gonna float down, the Antichrist, fucking, or the Muslims, Dajjal, and fucking Jinn, and fucking Shaitan, and fucking crime, rape. This woman got raped and she got fucking killed walking home from the club. Yeah, this youth man was going to school, he was getting bullied, he got stabbed in the chest. Fucking bruv. This old lady got fucking raped. Some crazy shit, man. I don't know what your stories are saying in your neck of the woods. Yeah, but here in the UK, this is how they get down, man. And society is battered with this fear thing because it's in their religion. Fear Allah, taqwa, 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 taqwa. That means fear Allah. That's one of the fucking foundations of Islam. Hold on, fear Allah. Is Allah some kind of tyrant or some shit? Allah sound like Yahweh. I'd rather love Allah. Let me love my deities, yeah? But they focusing you on fear. Fear punishment, fear hell. If you disobey, you're gonna go fry in the fire. It's all fear. So if you walk down the street, the average person, especially women, Muslim women, you see them with that fucking shook fear, yeah? And they have a right, because this is like that fucking Tate guy said, UK is a failed state. America is a failed, the whole fucking thing is a failed country. It's a failed system. UK is a failed system. You can't walk down the road in peace. You got to be watching your six and everything all the time, because the shadiness of this society and the gap between people that are well off, yeah, and people that are not is too thick, yeah. Violence, rape, drugs, firearms, crime, stabbings, yeah. The media, like TV, the glorification of death, the glorification of violence, yeah? They blame the rappers and all of this. But what about Rambo, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all these fucking shooting, he probably shot 50 guys dead in that movie. Van Damme and all of these niggas, they shooting niggas in these films, Sylvester Stallone, Rambo, my man's shooting up these fucking Viet Congs and that, yeah? And nobody don't talk about this, it's just silent, yeah, nothing, Yeah, black people talk about reparations, slavery, racism, police brutality. Oh, you lot are victim mentality, rare. Yeah, someone say something about a Jew. You understand? And no one talks about this shit. Yeah, it just, maybe one or two people and they just sweep it under the carpet. Like, there's no kickback from us in society no more, man. It's like the human ain't the human no more. Women ain't women no more. Women ain't wives. Men ain't men no more. Men ain't husbands. Men ain't fathers. It's just a bag of shit that we're left with. And all we do is spend time consuming other people's shit. I advise you guys, spend less time watching me and more time studying your own stuff. Then when you come back to me, you'll be like, I get it. Yeah, I bet you will hit different. Yeah, if you spend more time researching these things. It's not hard, man. Yeah, it's not hard to say, let me read the Quran just because. I ain't never read this shit. Let me read it and see what I think about it. Like, a lot of us don't do that. We don't make space for reading. Reading for us, what's reading? That's some old thing. Like a Walkman. Don't nobody use Walkmans no more. Nigga, what you doing reading? Books, you write books. What the fuck? Bro, I ain't read a book in like 10 years. I get this from people. Oh, you write books? I ain't wrote a book. I ain't read a book in 10, 15 years, bro. Like it's funny. I'm looking at niggas like, really? Okay. That's crazy because we the only animal on the planet that can read. Lions can't read, tigers can't read, gorilla, cow, bird. None of them can sit down in front of a book and share a discussion with you and think, bastard, yo, I've learned from this shit, you know. But we make all the excuses in the world. Everything else is more important to us, yeah, than reading. But all of the leaders, the ones that made a significant mark in the history of this fucking planet, were well-read people. All the brightest souls were well-read, from fucking Tupac to Napoleon. When I say brightest, I mean good or bad. But the most aware, clever, how this world works type of people that was bold enough to go and make it how they fucking want it. Those were people that you go to their house, they got books on top of books, and they ain't just on the shelf. Nigga, they read them. They probably read that one 5 times, and I read that as a child, so I bought it. I keep reading it throughout my life. Many of us, we don't read shit. We read Facebook. We read a text message. You understand? We read text that's on fucking Instagram or something, and we think that's research. And we think that bullshit research is enough for me to argue with somebody who doesn't do that. This somebody I'm arguing with, they've got 25 years of proper research. But because I'm in my fucking emotional center, I'm in my emotional feelings, yeah, I'm gonna fucking not listen to what this brother said. This brother been studying herbs or whatever the topic is for 20 years before there was an internet and shit. He knows what he's saying. He can say it. You understand? He knows what he's saying. And you got people who don't know nothing about the topic, but they have opinions and emotional attachments. You understand? And then that works like this as well. Some people, because that's all they got, they feel like they can't speak out. Because really they don't know nothing. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They don't know nothing about the vax or nothing. They just don't know nothing. They just get told, they heard this on the news, you heard this person say this, they heard that person say that, Israelites say this, Jedefre said that. You got that type of person too. And they just like the bowling ball, the pinball that's going between fucking, yo. Like, they're not really taking nothing and sitting on it and saying, let me see if I need to pay attention to this or just fling it to fuck with. Because this is it may be just some rubbish. A lot of people are just lost in the wilderness. They don't have a holy tablet. They don't have a trust in a teacher that taught them. Yeah, I'm trying to give you guys a trust to let you know, listen, Dr. York been teaching me since 15 years old. Nigga, I'm 42. You understand? Next month. Yeah, 15 years old, yeah. And yo, this shit ain't guided me astray. Certain time when I didn't have no money, these shits fed me. Yeah, certain times I didn't have no money, I turned to what I made off my books. I'm like, bastard, this shit here got me through the month. You understand? Till it builds up into a point where it's like, bastard, this is now consistent. I'm never without shit. I've got everything I need. And then your mentality starts changing and you start gaining that pace. Like, all of us have got it in us, you know, to do what we came here to do. We've all got our different roles. And we're all supposed to be helping this revolution financially, speaking out, posting on our social medias, not just on there consuming, yeah? Because then we make people like me stand out. Because nobody ain't backing up what I'm saying. Nobody ain't posting that shit on their fucking thing. Do you understand? We need to be getting involved. How can I get involved in this shit? Ideas. It might not be a fucking financial support. It might be ideas. I got people around me. The ideas that they give me is worth more than fucking all the money I ever made off the fucking books. You understand what I'm saying? Let me level with you and be serious. And you know who you are when I say this on camera. You guys know who you are. You are my stars. Just from simple ideas and shit they give me, I was like, bastard, that's a real good idea. Do you understand? When we build and connect, you understand? Yo, shout out to the round table. You know who you are. Yeah. So yeah, we need to turn this thing into a movement, man, because nobody ain't fucking speaking out. There's nobody speaking for us. No one. There's no black celebrities or no one speaking for us on this side of the pond. Shout out to Kanye and Kyrie and all of them man there. Them man there over there in America. What about fucking here? Where's the stand-up guys here? Who's the significant people here in England? Ain't no Idris Elba gonna stand up and say this shit here. Or none of your fucking musicians that are just getting their hands wet with this music shit fucking music money and stuff. I don't have to call no names, but where are they? Where are all these big UK artists? What are they fucking talking about, man? Now. Yeah, when we need them now. You got the fucking influence, you got the money, you got the... What the fuck are you spitting? You understand what I'm saying? And we still supporting these dead niggas, man, and we can't do it no more. Yeah? Where's the white folk speaking out? Yeah? Where's the Indian folk, Asian folk speaking out? Niggas just hide behind their keyboard, hide behind their screen. I'm a different breed than these motherfucking humans on earth. I tell myself this every night. I just must be. I sit to myself and smoke and think, bastard, I'm a different breed. I ain't fucking like these people. I ain't from here. Do you understand? I'm just not from here, and I just came to that conclusion a long time ago, but I have to remind myself, bastard, I'm not fucking like these people. Why am I here? Why have you sent me here? And then I just look for the things I love and make that the reason. Oh, it's because of my children. Okay, yeah, I get it. It's because of my mum, my dad. Yo, okay, wicked. Yeah, I have to actually talk to myself like that. Otherwise, I'll just try and find a rocket or some or fucking a ship and try and get through the ice wall and just leave the world on my ones. Me in a fucking boat. Yo, where's my man going? Fuck knows, he's just gone. And I'm gone, bruv. That's how I feel out here. I swear down. Yeah. Entrepreneurs and celebs, sports people, none of them, they don't want to fucking lose that fucking check or that job. Even people in society, the middle class and that, people with a nice house, a nice job and that, you think they want to any fucking talk about revolution and Anunnakis and Nibiru and fucking all of that? Nigga, they ready to accept anything. That's why they silent on all this WEF shit. They having climate conference now as we speak. Yeah, I've wrote this in 1984. Shout out to all the people who's got COVID 1984. Yeah, because they will know how deep I go into this climate shit and the carbon credits and stuff, and the shit is just building around me like bastard. From the time I started writing them books, it was like I write it, imagine the words coming off the page, and you see it on telly, like a woman saying, well, today the 5G or the fucking, yo, just bare shit that I've put in these books is just fucking coming out of the books, and it's just, yo, it's coming from people, it's coming from the telly, the news, the fucking, yo, social media. Yo, at first I was overwhelmed. I didn't even know how to take that shit. Do you understand? Because some people will go mad with that shit and start, oh, I'm a prophet, and they go, yo, I didn't even know how to take that shit. Yeah? I sat down for time just like, bastard, how the fuck do you deal with this? Like, because, yo, it just left me spun. But I'm telling you, man, the shit's for real, what I tell you guys, or I wouldn't waste my time coming here to try and talk to you guys when I know so few humans are paying attention anyway. Some of my circle ask me, why do you do it? Why do you still try and do it? Like Alethea, shout out to Alethea. And I say, because it's what I came to do. So I'm not trying to fucking convince no one. I'm trying to find the last set of people that there's still people on the fence. They ain't got the missing parts, but they know something's fucking wrong. And all they need to do is hear the right tones or the right frequency or see the right whatever it is, and they fucking click on that bastard. Yeah, because I've met those people. So I'll never stop, even if it's just one or two more of them in society, I won't. Yeah, I have to try and find them. I have to make them see you're not alone. You're not fucking mad. You're not crazy. Other people is thinking like that. And there's a reason why they keep us out of the algorithm. Because most of them other niggas is selling snake oil and they're leading you, chasing your tail. You're never going to reach nowhere with what they're saying. You're just going to keep going in circles like we've been doing for the last fucking 6,000 years under this spell. Or the last 500 years under this false fucking slavery. Or the last 200 years under this false world and this fake Tartarian timeline where they killed off Tartarian and gave us this 200 years of fake shit. So no matter how you see it, it's just all fucking fake. And most of these humans, they can't even deal with the first fucking hurdle. Never mind trying to get them to Tartaria and fucking the ice wall and all of that shit. Because if you go on YouTube and type in flat earth, yeah, they've already censored the algorithm. So there's nothing sensible on flat earth. They put at the top of the fucking Google page all of this shit, the Joe Rogan, the flat plate just floating in the middle of space, fucking waterfalls that just fall off earth, you just fall off the edge of the world. That's not nothing to do with no fucking flat earth. The plane is flat. Underneath is still got a hollow earth where you can go, there's an inner world inside that hollow earth. There's still a fucking dome. Do you understand? But they're gonna give you all the bullshit. There's no one even talking that shit there in the flat earth community. And I'm not a flat earther. I like to say flat plane, because I don't want people to get it twisted and think that bastard I'm just talking about the same old flat earth stuff. It's beyond that, man. Like I tell people, grab the book Navigator Who Crossed the Ice Wall, where it's showing you the fucking earth and the 178 domes, yeah, around our earth. So we're just one dome. There's 177 other ones, yeah, and then over all of them there's another massive dome, and then underneath you've got underneath world. So we're in a chicken farm. That's why I tell you tomorrow I'm doing a live on it called Escape from the Chicken Farm. This known world, yeah, inside the ice ring is a fucking chicken farm. Yeah, the reptilians, the demons, they grow us here like we grow chickens. Just like it's a macrocosm thing. Yeah. Oh, I like that one. I'm going to eat that one, you know. So they abduct people because they've been rapturing people. They do their own raptures, and let's snatch this community and yam them off. This is going to be a tasty meal for us. Yeah. The Pleiadians, yeah, and the fucking reptilians, yeah. And then they dash it in a movie. The fourth kind. This whole community just vanished. UFOs just popped up one day. Bon appetit! And just started sucking niggas up. And the whole community vanished, and the government hushed it up. Shh. Because the government signed a contract with them. The government know what the fuck's going on. You, me and you don't know what the fuck's going on. Because we into all of these stupid shit. The King James Bible and religion and fascism and racism and fucking scientism and transhumanism and all of this fucking transgender, whatever ism. You understand what I'm saying? So we can't really see the play. Yeah. So these business corporate people, they're not going to help us. They don't want to lose their business. These entrepreneurs, they ain't fucking helping no one. These celebrities, they ain't fucking helping no one. They don't care. Because as far as the only thing they care about is lining their own pockets, sponsors, the next movie they're going to be in, their next album they're going to be able to drop or whatever it is. And none of them own nothing. So none of our people don't own shit. Even Kanye West, who they damn made a billionaire, don't own no shit. How can you be a billionaire and the most influential man since Mansa Musa, but you don't own nothing? Nigga Marcus Garvey owned his own newspaper. How about that? Nigga Marcus Garvey owned his own ships. He had 3 ships. Yeah, that was in the fucking end of the 1800s. So you mean to tell me now, 200 years later, Jay-Z, all of them, none of them niggas don't own shit? Maybe Jay-Z's got share in a basketball team or anything, but they ain't never gonna sell that nigga. Here, it's yours. Yeah, and he don't own the NBA even if it was his. How about us having our NBA? Yeah, and getting it through to our people? We don't play for no one but our own shit, nigga. Yeah, we got the NBA. How about that? And all the fucking black people, we play for this, to the point where other people want to play for us. Now we don't need you. We're going to just play with us. Because this inclusion shit is an illusion. Yeah? But we ain't never getting there. We ain't breeding them minds. That's what they thought. Until you get to niggas like Jadefre, and I'm going to breed more minds that are more dangerous than me. Hold me to that shit. Because you should know a teacher by his students. So they don't want change, them people there that I've told you about. They want to go back to the norm. They still talking about this norm shit. I tried to tell people about 2 years ago, we ain't going back to no norm, you know. The norm's gone. What you thought was normal is not normal, it's gone. It's finished. We're never going back to that world that you knew before this shit all fell down with this scandemic shit. It's gone, man. That shit's a myth. You understand? Look at the, where was he from? Was he from Gambia, the president who was speaking out about the shit, the African guy? They killed him. And then there was a Haitian one who was speaking out about it. They killed him as well. You understand? And so, anytime you see a doctor speaking out, yo, respect that doctor, yeah? Because that doctor knows they're in a war with good against evil. Yeah? Shout out to Dr. Kerry Majev. Shout out to Judy Mikowicz. I quoted these people in my books, so they names is in my head. There's a few more, yeah. But the weed has got me, can't remember them yet. But yeah, they killed these people, yeah. Look at Buffalo with the how they shot up all them black people. Who's talking about it? Why is everybody so silent? All them black people in Buffalo got sprayed up. That shit was just the other day, yeah. And we spoke about it for a blink of an eye, yeah. That's it. What about Grandmaster Jay? How come no one's talking about him? Yeah? What about Breonna Taylor and all that? Yo, we ain't got no fucking justice for this shit. Nobody ain't talking about it. People is talking about what the media want them to talk about. That shows how society is still watching this news. They watch the media. The media's at an all-time low, but it ain't low enough. You need to, like, if you could rip it off your telly, rip that channel off your telly. That channel don't exist no more. If you can tune it out, tune the fucker out. So even when you're skipping channels, you don't even see it. Someone tell you CNN, nigga, what's that? Nigga, I didn't see shit about CNN. I don't know what the fuck that is. What is that? What is Fox? What is fucking BBC? What kind of shit's that? We need to get to that stage where our children don't even know what the fuck certain things is. What is that? That shit's alien to me. What? Racism? What's that? What the fuck is that? We need to, it's our job. We got the power in this now, in this present, in this gift, to start shaping shit differently, yeah? So that when our children come up in this bitch, they got a different playground, man. Otherwise, they gonna fall, yeah? And we can't fail there, yeah? So yeah, nobody's speaking out on these issues, man, these things, yeah? All of the discrepancies with Ukraine and stuff, where it's been shown as a proxy war, nobody's speaking out. No one, man. You understand? Well, not enough people. It's so silent. The communities are silent. On the telly's fucking silent. Social media's silent. I go on social media in my circle. How many people am I following on my TZT or whatever? Probably about 2,000 people. In my feed, I don't see no one posting nothing. That's why so many people tell me, bastard, you post a lot. I say, yeah, I fucking do. I'm trying to break the internet, nigga. I'm at war with them. They're at war with me. So I'm trying to break the bastard. You get me? So all the thing, I'm throwing ninja stars, shots fired at these bitches. You understand? Fact checkers ain't even fucking with me no more. They're like, yo, leave that nigga alone. We can't even touch my man. And niggas still can't fucking see. It's a mad thing. Look at the Haitian refugees that came to America, and Biden and them were like, nah, you black bastards, none of y'all niggas is coming in. They started whipping niggas with the fucking clubs and shit down on horseback like fucking slavery days. It's like watching Django and shit, bruv. Reversed. Police with the fucking truncheons and shit, whacking them for crossing the border to try and get food and water for their families and shit. No one wanted to give them no type of fucking hospitality or humanity. Yeah, there was not enough lash from us black people and whatnot and good people about this shit. And look at Ukraine now. Them niggas is making more money than certain countries. Biden here, here's 60 billion. Next week we're gonna send you 40 billion. Yo, England's like, yo, hold this 10 fucking billion here, yeah? Next month we're gonna try and match Biden. Nigga, we send you 20 billion. Yo, this is crazy. And this Zelensky or whoever, that nigga is George Soros. I'm telling you niggas, look at my man's face, yeah? Zelensky, Vladimir, fucking, they all got the same names and shit. Putin is one of these niggas too, don't get it twisted. Trump, all of them niggas, yeah? But listen, that Zelensky, well, however you say his name, yeah? He is from the same genetic material as Soros. Soros, because they make these clones in different stages. They can make you as a baby, they can make you as an old man. So they could use one genetic material and make 4 men and say, put him as the president of Ukraine. Put him as an actor first, and then we'll bring him through acting into the president of Ukraine. Put that other one, he's a philanthropist, yeah? Fat philanthropist in America, and he's a bit controversial. We'll call him George Soros, yeah? So we'll make him older. So we'll use him first, but then even if they kill him, the world won't understand George Soros is still in the earth in the form of Zelensky. This sounds crazy, right? You niggas think I'm crazy, innit? But I'm telling you, the world gonna find out soon, bastard. That nigga was right. I should have listened to that nigga more. I'm telling you, fucking Zelensky is Soros. It's the same genetic material, just like Miley Cyrus and Justin Bieber, same genetic material. They can even make them, like out that one material, make one a male and one a female. Yeah, and it's the exact same fucking genetic material. Hollywood's full of them. You can find like, let's just say Sandra Bullock. Yeah, even though I haven't done it with her. Sandra Bullock. You could find 4 more bitches in Hollywood, and that's Sandra Bullock. They all 5 of them came from that fucking same genetic drop or drip, yeah. And they put these shits on Netflix and everything. What Happened to Monday? There's another one. Right now I can't remember shit. Yeah, so I'm not even gonna dwell too long. Yeah, but are you having a good time, guys? Can you hear me? Because I ain't even been looking at you lot's thing. You understand? Bobby Corbin, peace, bro. Oh, bro, serious. Peace to the brother, serious, man. Peace to everybody that's still tuned in. Yeah, but y'all need to talk to me, because sometimes I feel like, bastard, is anyone even listening? Maybe I'm just fucking high, man. Do you get me? But anyway, let me see what else I got on here to play for you guys, yeah? I got some more shit for you. I think I played that image already, so what else have I got here? What media is this?
Yeah, there are a lot of instances like
I've
that.
played this already for you guys, isn't it? And I've played him already, and I've played the slideshow already, innit? Hold on. You see, really, I'm supposed to have keys where I can just press a button, yeah? And it just like turns off and that. But I haven't managed to do it yet. But yeah, basically that's what I'm saying, guys. If anyone's got anything to chip in with, shout out to Elijah for calling in and chipping in, yeah, to the discussion. That was big. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I don't know why this slide don't want to play. Okay, fuck it. We're just gonna run with it. Yeah, we've had a fiddle anyway. So yeah, there's a number of programs on Netflix that speak about this cloning stuff. Another one's Altered Carbon, but that's more to do with the consciousness transfer in the sleeves and shit, which is because cloning's got certain levels to it. It's not simply just cloning no more. Cloning now comes with what's called consciousness transfer, and that kind of clone is called a sleeve. It's just like a body in a bag, where you could have 4 sleeves under your bed right now, and then you could take yourself out of this sleeve, out of this body, because this is real, and put your consciousness in one of them sleeves, which is a replica body, and it's AI built, and it's built by AI. So it's a biological robot. So it's a synth or a synthetic human, yeah. And they've been doing this for a long time, like I've been telling people. This is grey alien technology, because remember, the greys are dying. So the greys that we see, the little greys, they're not real. They're like robotoids. The real greys are like 7 foot, but there's only like, I can't remember the number. It's either 12 or 8. There's only 12 of them left, or 8 of them. They're what you call Narians, yeah. These little ones are the bots. So you got the Anunnakis created bots, which was called Ramadians. Them greys, they good. They don't fuck with humans or do none of that shit. They only got 4 fingers. And then you got what you call Markabians, who was took from these Anunnakis and made into disagreeables by the reptilians. They got 5 fingers because they mixed with the hybrid reptilians, so they very aggressive and want to abduct and fucking crucify people. And let me tell you this as well, even the good ones abduct people, because as far as they're concerned, they're trying to save their asses. So they conduct experiments and stuff, but they're not going to be harsh with people. Like, they're not going to try and like just pay no mind to your pain and stick stuff in you and shit. Them other ones, they don't give a shit. Like, they couldn't give a shit if you in pain or whatever. Yo, they disagreeable. But the other ones, they're not really going to violate you like that. They'll probably try and communicate with you and tell you, listen, you're not in danger, innit? We just have to do a thing, rude boy, because we're fucking dying. They might show you their planet or some shit like that. Do you get me? And I'm saying, when I say they might show you, I'm not talking about us. They don't fuck with black people like that, yeah? If they do, there's something must be fucked up with you as a black person, yeah? Because really, they don't really play with black people like that. They know, like, we're legit. We're like native, innit? Them others, they put them there. These greys, that's part of their hybrid program. So they don't need permission to snatch up these people. They need permission off the people, like the governments of them and that. But they're not really, they've already broke galactic war by the fact that they've put them here. So for them to be snatching up Muzungu and stuff, that's less damage than, like, if they went and started snatching black people, this shit would have ended long time ago. Like, most of the stuff the planet's going through, you can blame black people's own ignorance. Our ignorance is their strength and their longevity and their fucking bank, their money. Just me and you staying stupidly stuck into Jesus, Muhammad, these fucking stupid myths, the government, the fucking media, yeah, all the excuses white folk make about racism, the fucking news, the industry. Fuck the industry. We're supposed to have our own industry, we're supposed to have our own sports, we're supposed to have our own food chains, and we have an inferiority complex. We talk about white people all the time, and we say, yo, white racism supremacy is an inferiority complex. I say that a lot, and so does a lot of other Nelly Fuller type black people, yeah? Francis Cress, rest in peace. He's, yo, the white supremacy is an inferiority complex. But many of you black people have took on that inferiority complex yourself. So because of what happened with slavery, and because how you feel about slavery and how you feel other people and other races view you because of what happened to your ancestors in slavery, now you start believing you're fucking inferior. So that means now you always trying to rent space in someone else's domain. You feel like you gotta fuck with YouTube and you gotta fuck with Facebook, and you can't have nothing yourself because you don't value yourself. You really feel you're inferior. You've got an inferiority complex. So you have to keep begging it to next niggas to include, for them to include you in their shit, because they spun a psychology on you. If we go back 200 years, none of us wanted no inclusion with them. They had to force niggas to be included with them. We didn't come out of slavery begging them, oh, please include us in your society, let us be part of white people's, yeah, when they had all that shit about you, no niggas in the toilets and nobody on the bus. That's bullshit, mate. That's a psychology, because really we weren't fucking with them. We was like, thanks, fuck that, we're not dealing with none of you. You niggas is killers. Yeah, and you work with them black devils. Yeah, you're their foot soldiers. So we're going to do our own thing. We're going to have our own Black Wall Street. We're going to have our own taxi service. We're going to have our own banks and the whole shit. So they started using the media, Hollywood, yeah, and planted leaders to spin it into your head that, oh, you need to be included in the white people's society. You're missing the fucking party. They have it popping in society where you lot are living like shit. Bullshit, mate. Bullshit. They spun that shit after the reset in the 1800s, because Marcus Garvey and all of them, they weren't relying on no fucking white man or no system. Nigga, they had their own newspapers. Jay-Z ain't got no newspaper. P. Diddy ain't got no newspaper. Farrakhan got a newspaper. They own their own newspaper. But who else owns shit? Do you understand what I'm saying? Dr. York owned his own fucking land with his own whole fucking Egyptian themed fucking living quarters on there. Pyramids and the whole fucking nine. He owned all his fucking publishing and books and the whole shit, and made himself a millionaire legit like that. But how many of us own shit? Yeah, I own my fucking, me and my brother CEOs, we own TZT. I own all my fucking books. I own my ISBN numbers that you get on the back of your fucking book. We own this shit. How many niggas own shit? Most people have got an inferiority complex. They would have told themselves, bastard, I ain't worthy of having a publishing company. Who am I to say to have a publishing company? Yo, I ain't worthy enough to speak about Egypt and stuff. Why should I speak about Egypt and stuff? I never went to fucking Egyptology courses and studied Egyptology. Fuck off. A lot of us don't value ourselves. We've took on this inferiority complex, and that's why we stay silent. We feel like we can't speak on fucking coronavirus. And you got demons out here bold enough to say what they say, like Bill Gates. He ain't a doctor, but he's so confident. He'll come and tell you, yo, we're going to have a scamdemic in 5 fucking years. You want to talk about manifestation? Him and Fauci and them, they're working this shit on you. You out here talking about voodoo and ancestors and what the fuck are you manifesting? I got to get serious with you guys sometime when I'm talking to you on camera. What are you manifesting for you, or for your loved ones, or for the standard of life of the people around you? What are you doing? Yeah, because a lot of us are just sitting at home worrying and wasting fucking time and keeping the system afloat by keep depending on they fucking, oh, I need to have their job and, you know, and work in their system. I can't really find nothing to do where I can support myself at the same time as support the revolution. A lot of us, we got an inferiority complex. We can't do it. That's like multitasking for enough of us niggas. Let's just keep it 100. Yeah. Nobody talks about shit, man. Nobody's talking about this Haiti shit. They killed off the president. Now look at Haiti. Haiti's in a fucking chaos once again. Yeah? And then before that, it was the Clintons in Haiti. How many people remember the Clintons in Haiti? I put it in the book. So that shit there's half, not half, but there's a good segment of the Clinton Foundation Haiti, and I give you the whole drop on what happened with them in Haiti. And once you get that, you start getting more like, okay, yo, so this is why Haiti's like this. They keep fucking crippling the thing. Yeah, and the Clintons, even Trump said it in his campaign. He said, yo, them Clintons can't go to Haiti. They go to Haiti again, they'll get fucking killed out here. Because that's their chrome circuit. Buy the book Coronation and you'll find out. That's where they get all their chrome from. The children, man. You know how much orphans is in Haiti? You probably don't if you've never studied Haiti. You understand what I'm saying? And these missionaries they send there in the form of religion, church, how are we going to save these children? Them niggas is predators. You understand? Them, yo, nobody's talking about this shit here. Niggas is dying, just dropping down dead off of this fucked up poison that they give people. And people don't want to speak out because people are being censored and stuff. So what? If they close our pages, then we start another fucking page. What do you think this is? We are at war. We need you in this war. Do you think when Somalia was at war that there was women and children inside hiding in the house? Nigga, hell no. That your wife is grabbing a fucking Kalashnikov and coming out and busting shots with you. Your sons are grabbing Kalashnikovs and coming and busting shots. What? Yo, we in fucking war. It's no difference. This is probably worse because it's a psychological war. It's a battle for your fucking mind to render you. Yeah, your hands are tied, man. Because of my job, you know, because of my fucking family, my missus, my wife, innit, yo. So I just talk about this shit in secret, and that's fine if you want to do that. But you a chicken shit if you ask me, for real. Yeah. So social media money is control. Yeah, and the censoring that they're doing, censoring people, putting they fucking. Taking posts off, removing comments, removing videos out of folders and shit. They remove videos out of folders on fucking YouTube. Videos are just gone, fam. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they started it in 2018. These videos. Let me see if this slideshow comes back on here. So let it just stay blank for 2 minutes because I don't know what I'm doing wrong to make it not come on. But I want it on. So let's see what I want. Yeah. But yeah, you understand what I'm saying? They censoring niggas left, right and centre with this shadow banning and stuff, which makes people reluctant to speak out. Yeah. These motherfuckers. Yeah. These reptilian niggas, man. Yeah. Have got control of more people than you think. The archons and the pyramid structure that they have, which ensures that they stay in power. Do you understand? And it's crazy because the thing goes so deep. It's so deep. Let me see if I can and they don't want people to understand what's going on, man. And people just don't ask questions. So nobody's really talking about this shit. You know? Nobody talking about this shit. Yeah, man. Social media money is control. Yeah, and a lot of people don't want to lose it. So they don't want to even think about being shadow banned and stuff and their numbers dropping off their platforms and stuff. That means everything to them. They don't want to get soft censored. They don't want videos deleted or nothing. So as far as they're concerned, they are never going to speak out. They're not going to be on the front line consistently every day speaking out about nothing. They're going to be very careful about what they're telling you. Do you understand? So these people in the celebrity world want to act like they don't have a religion. Like if you ask the average like Will Smith or Jay-Z or Rihanna or these people on our side of the fence in Black Hollywood and that, they probably all tell you, oh, I don't believe in God. No, I don't believe in God. Katy Perry says, well, I used to when I was a child, and then I stopped believing in God. That's a fucking lie. All of these people follow a certain philosophy, a certain Aleister Crowley, do as thou will, theosophy from Madame Helena Petrovna Blavatsky. Yeah, and that theosophy in the time of Aleister Crowley. Yeah, Winston Churchill was one of his students, and Winston Churchill was another sick bastard that they try and get. Well, they have us celebrating in history any one of these people, they tell you, oh, George Washington or this guy or Winston Churchill, and have us celebrating these guys, Christopher Columbus, they were all fucking scumbags. Thomas Jefferson, all of these names that they get us in school to keep celebrating. These motherfuckers were pedophiles, rapists, murderers, you understand? Satanists that went Freemasons. I'm talking on the Albert Pike thing, where they go and sacrifice children and go and drink blood out of skulls and shit, Skull and Bones, Harvard University, all these niggas. What you're seeing on the screen at the top of all of your governments is the archon, the head, which is the Alpha Draconians, reptilians, or what you call Satan. So let's take the dogma out of this shit. With Christianity, ain't no guy with no red horns and no pitchfork and no little fucking tail. Do you understand? It's the fucking Alpha Draconians, the fucking reptilians, and every culture done told a nigga about these reptilians. Yeah, David Icke did not start the discussion about reptilians. You see, they try and use that to make it a conspiracy theory. You hear them on the news and certain official places saying, oh yeah, this reptilian stuff was started by David Icke. Fuck David Icke, nigga. The Mayans was telling you about it. The Olmecs was telling you about it. The Egyptians was telling you about it. The Sumerians was telling you about it. The Israelites was telling you about it, about Moses and the staff and two snakes around the staff and all this snake serpent symbology. The snake in the garden and all of this stuff. Nigga, this ain't no Alice in Wonderland. You understand? They talking about what we talking about now. Fucking UFOs with extraterrestrials, fallen angels, multi-dimensional fucking beings. Supreme beings and sub-supreme beings. Yeah? And this is the pyramid structure. So on our side, when we get all these stars and stuff, if you want to have money, you have to accept that shit. They ain't letting you through the gate without trying to put you in a certain type of fucking trance. So you have to fucking obey and fit into this fucking scheme. If you don't, you're not going to last long in Hollywood. You're on the fucking way out. You understand what I'm saying? So now, when it tells you in Revelation, yeah, it tells you in Revelation chapter 12, yeah, chapter 12, verses 7 through 9, that there was a war in heaven, yeah, and the fucking, the angel Michael, or the Anunnaki, Murdoch, fought against the fucking angel, or the reptilian, the Alpha Draconian, yeah, the serpent, yeah, Tarnush, yeah, and he slew Tarnush and dumped them reptilians out of Orion. They dumped them out of Orion and dumped them down here and in the Dracos and shit, where they had to make their home, yeah. It's telling you about the war between these guys on your screen, the Riskians, the original founder race, the real Anunnaki, and the other ones who we just showed you, the Alpha Draconians at the top of that pyramid. You understand what I'm saying? There's a war going on between the both of these groups, yeah. And sometimes these groups have treaties where they have treaties with each other and mix into each other and stuff. And sometimes they don't. So when the navigator who crossed the ice walls talking about custodians, and they keep saying, oh, it's them beings from the Prometheus movie. I do believe it's the beings from the Prometheus movie, but I don't believe it's them alone. I believe on top of them beings is the Alpha Draconians, definitely. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the Alpha Draconians created the Pleiadians as a food source. You understand? So the Pleiadians created their own fucking being to replace themselves as a food source. And the being they created on Earth in their own image is the white man, the Muzungu. And so that's why if you go to Genesis and we're reading it, and if you take off, because remember, you can always read from two perspectives. So you can read from the perspective of the Anunnaki coming down here 450,000 years ago and manipulating Homo erectus into Homo sapien using their own DNA and creating black people. Yeah, that's one side of the fence. But at the same time, you can look at it as 12,000 years ago. Yeah, where in 10,500 BC, when these blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white Pleiadians that the reptilians created came from the Aldebaran star. They're Aldebarans, that's where they originally come from. They came from the Aldebaran star after their star fucking died, yeah, and they migrated into this constellation, and they were chased by the reptilians who were breeding them to eat them. Yeah, they created on Earth. They arrived here in 10,500 BC when Genesis 6 verses 1 to 7 is telling you, and the sons of Elohim, the sons of God, came down unto the daughters of men. All that shit there in Genesis 6, that's talking about the white man. That's talking about these beings coming down here, snatching up fucking women from the Nile Valley because they need them genes from the black woman, the Eve DNA, the mitochondria DNA. They need the genes from the black woman to be able to come. That's the portal that solidifies you here on earth. You can't just come and just jump in anybody. If you want to really make a presence here, you have to come through the black woman's genes so that you can keep a bloodline and a genealogy on earth. She's the portal into this earth. So they snatched up women from the Nile Valley, as it tells you in Genesis, when it tells you the river ran through Egypt and Kush in the west, and stretched all the way to Iraq and Mesopotamia with the Tigris Euphrates. They snatched up the women there and made hybrids. So you're talking about mulatto, not just because it's an alien thing, but because the race. They took black women and then they bred down them seeds into their Muzungu. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's in Genesis 1:26. On our side of the fence, that's the Anunnaki making us in their image, and on their side of the fence, that's the Pleiadians making them in their fucking image. Read it again. Read from Genesis 1:26 and how these Pleiadians gave the Muzungu the rule to rule over the skies, to rule over the seas, all the fish in the sea, all the skies and all the birds and flying animals, yeah, and the earth. And that's why these Muzungu feel like they can just fucking poison your skies and kill off all the fucking birds, chemtrails and HAARP, fry the sky and shit, and spill oil in the sea and kill off all the fucking coral reef and everything. Because as far as they're concerned, they masters, the Pleiadians, gave them 6,000 years to rule you, meaning the native, and all your fucking lands and everything that's on your land, yeah, including your ass, yeah, and also everything in the skies. So if they want to fuck up the clouds or whatever, as far as they're concerned, they're God, they're ghost God, yeah, give them the fucking permission. And look at these guys in BET. We still think sometimes BET is a black channel. BET ain't no black channel. It probably used to be a black channel. And even when it was a black channel, it never used to put on nothing with common sense. It never says, okay, how to manage your money. How you should manage your money. Let's make a show. Yeah? Nothing fucking significant. All they want to show you is the same stupid fucking programs from the Matrix, running them over and over and over again. Fucking Caribbean Rhythms, Rap City, fucking, what's the R&B one was called? I can't even remember, man. But look at these people who own BET. And that goes for your whole rap industry. These are the fucking people who own the rap industry, which should have been the caption. Because every one of them record CEOs and the A&Rs and shit, the people that own the thing, so they can do what they want with it, look like these people. And so they put these freaks out and blow them up into stars. 21 Savage with all these fucked up derogatory names and stuff. Yeah, this 21 Savage with all these fucked upside down tattoo of the cross in his head and all this alien looking little Waynes and shit, man. It's a nightmare out here, and we just swallowed all that shit up and forgot about how we was. Yeah, people might say, oh, Marcus Garvey's a sellout, because I've heard people say that too. I don't support that shit. I don't see no receipts in my own research to tell me Marcus Garvey's a sellout just because he sat down with the Ku Klux Klan to try and fucking figure these people out. That's some joke thing. You understand? If you're one of them niggas there, delete yourself off my page, man. Delete yourself. I don't care if that's what you take as proof. You just wanted an excuse to not like Marcus Garvey. You probably a self-hater. You probably don't like how he look because you don't like how you look. Yeah, about Marcus Garvey's a sellout. Sorry, man. I've had a chest cold. Messed up. Yeah, this picture here is dear to me. Hold on 1 minute. I need to make this smaller so that you see this picture here, what it says on there. I said something of this effect to you guys today, right? See what it says. Oh, this needs to be way smaller. See, all this dodgy stuff. So if I change anything, it kind of messes up the slide. So I'm sorry for messing up the slide, guys, because I had it set perfectly so that all the pictures fit. There we go. Because one of the pictures was small. But it says here, if I tell you don't believe me, check it out. Of course you can find it somewhere else. And I do this so that you will learn to trust me, so that I can then teach you what you won't find anywhere else. Yo, peace to the master teacher. Do you see what I'm saying? That's massive, that speech there. That's massive. You understand? So that means a lot to me, man. And that's why, for me, he's my master teacher, man. Yeah, I'm just over 25 years now. And I've had to, he's the kind of teacher who's made me have to go out there and get it for myself. He's the only one who told me not to believe anything he fucking said. Don't believe none of it, Jadefre. Go out there and confirm it for yourself. And at first I was against him, because he was talking all kind of shit about Islam, and I was a Muslim. I was like, hell no. I'm trying to find a way to be able to fucking, in my head, like debunk what he's saying, put it that way. And I couldn't do it. In all the years, I'm like, bastard, this guy's got to be wrong. Until I came to the point where I was like, bastard, this guy's right, man. I got to get up out this Islamic thinking. Yeah, so this man saved me from a life of Islam as some imam with a fucking inshallah, I'm going to Arabia and shit. You understand? And then I had a very powerful moment when I was astro traveling. I met my man. This is after they locked him up. I met my man. And when I met him, I had my book, my first book, Treasures in the Sand. And he was so happy. He took the book and he bit off the corner and swallowed it and gave me back the book. And then I fucking woke back up in my body like, what the fuck? And for years I didn't know what that meant, but I know what it means now. Look, and so this is what I told you about. When you look on their side of the fence, that's their gods. When they talk about God, they're not talking about the same God as you. When you talk about Anunnakis and Neteru, that's not the God who they're talking about. More time they're talking about these guys. And these are the fake gods. These are the small fry gods. These are the gods that created the Muzungu. They manipulated Jacob to create their own fucking avatars on Earth. And that's why they look like them. And they're the only thing that look like that. That's a different being. And once that gene was planted, you have all the chaos in the Bible about the curse of Canaan and leprosy and all that shit, because now the recessive gene has been planted on the planet by Jacob, and now and the black Hindus also, who have been mixing with these reptilians, they've also got the genes. So you're talking about Adam's family of Kufites and stuff. They was already mixing with fucking black Hindus who came from the planet Nirvana in Sirius, when Sirius B exploded. Yeah, I'm not saying Adam specifically, but his people started mixing with these fucking Hindus. What do you think of Watusi is and stuff? They're black people mixing with Hindus. That's the result of it. So this is their gods. When they talk about God, Jesus, which is gases, just with the J changed to a Jasis or Jazus or Jesus. Yeah, they're talking about this 6 Eva ghost god right here in front of your eyes. And now you can see them popping up everywhere in this UFO communities. People trying to pass them off as the real gods and the real saviors of the earth and telling you they're the Anunnakis. These are not no Anunnakis in the form of Riskians. These are not Elohim. Yeah? These are not the Dinah. These are frauds. The Ashta command and shit. That's what they're running. And that's real talk. That's how fucked up our society is right now. Yeah? Everyone respects this guy. I can't even say guy. This thing, or this psyop, yeah? But this man who is trying to speak out and give himself his own identity, you as a black man, you on the slave plantation in that NBA. I'm surprised people still even watch NBA. All these fucking Americans that still watch NBA and wear NBA jerseys and stuff, you got to be severely mind controlled. Even some of you that connect with me. Yeah, to still be wearing a Brooklyn fucking NBA jersey, and you know how much money these guys have got that you ain't got. Why are you wearing their shit? You understand? Why are you watching the NBA? Why are you subscribing to ESPN with all their racism and shit? Nigga, I put this stuff in books. I'm not here on YouTube just speaking this shit because I want to sound good. Nigga, I put it in books over 3 years ago, man. Yeah, and told you, yo, the racism in sports is going to get peak. Shout out to everyone who bought COVID 1984. I told you. Yeah, I told you. I said the racism in sports is gonna get peak, and I cited Deontay Wilder and Marcus Rashford over here with the football thing. When we lost the fucking, what was it, the Euro or whatever, when he missed the penalty, and I started speaking about the real fucking institutional racism that they're using in sports to keep the black man kind of in fucking handcuffs, in chains. Yeah, and look at sports now. Yo, it is as political as the fucking medical industry right now. It's fucked up. And look, you can be gay openly in society and no one gonna bat an eyelid. But you can't, as a black man, tell people you're a Hebrew or you're a god. Once you start identifying with gods of Egypt and Egyptians or real Israelites, it's Pete. You're not allowed. Yeah, you can be gay though. So this is what's coming for people that they need to realize, man. This war is returned between Enki and Liam. Anunnaki has come, the mothership has come. And they're going to clean out these demons, man. So if you riding on that Yahweh shit, talking about Yahweh, yeah, and you think that's what it means to be an Israelite, to worship this clown-ass Yahweh, then I feel sorry for you when the mothership returns, man. Pete, because I'm telling you right now, it won't be Yahweh that coming out. It will be Ayahuah. Get it right. Yeah, and all you sisters, yeah, that don't like yourself, that never want to put your afro out and just be beautiful, just see your afro as beautiful in your own image, and don't be giving me that Egyptians wore wigs bullshit, because the Egyptians had to shave themselves bald just to live in that environment where they could get lice and all type of shit, so they couldn't just have fucking long hair. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they shaved themselves, they took precautions against it. That's why they wore wigs, not because they didn't like how they fucking looked. So don't give me that old bullshit there. Stop imitating the oppressor, man. Because if niggas want a real white girl, I'm sure they can go out there and get theyself a real white girl rather than a fake one. And look at this in Parliament. That's fucked up, man. I don't know if that's the camera that caught them on the shutter speed, or if that's they really fucking shifted because they thought they wasn't being watched. I'm gonna leave that for a minute. That's messed up, bro. Innit, guys? Look at that. Look at fucking that, man. Yeah. You seen the trailer for they clone Tyrone, says Bobby Corbin. I haven't seen that trailer. Nah. I ain't seen that trailer. Are if you're get on my Instagram and fucking send me a link or something, man. You get me? Because I'm all about that. Watching all of that type of shit, man. Yo, serious. Sorry, it's serious, innit? Yo, send me that shit in my inbox if you got a link, innit? And yeah, I've watched Surrogates with Bruce Willis, right? I've watched Surrogates. Surrogates is mad, bruv. But you can see that surrogate shit is happening right now in real time. That shit's for real, bruv. That shit ain't even a joke. You get me? But yeah, look at these fuckers, man. These niggas is like shifted. I don't know if it's the camera caught them or thing. Anyway, it's nearly time for me to finish anyway, so I'm going to finish with this slide here. This is the Die Glock, yeah? The Nazi bell that I've wrote about in, COVID-1984 is coming up a lot in this discussion. It's a really great book, man. I advise you guys to grab that fucking book, both of them. Coronation and COVID-1984. In COVID-1984, this gets bust down in there properly. Like the Die Glock, the Nazi bell, was a rumoured top secret device which allowed the Nazis to travel beyond Earth. While many other people think it was actually a time machine, no one knows what its purpose really was. At the end of World War II, the bell and its developers mysteriously disappeared. If you get COVID-1984, I'll tell you way more than what they just told you on that. You'll see what happened to the motherfucker. Where they disappeared to. That's anti-gravity technology. This here now, yeah. You know when we speak about whether the Earth's flat or whether it's round, and they say there's no evidence to suggest that we're on a fucking that is spheres. There is evidence according to these Sumerian tablets, and you can see depicted here in the correct proportions to each other. They've depicted all the planets and more planets because they've included Nibiru. Yeah, and this is why I tell people, when I look at this, I'm thinking, are they like making this shit up. Like, so they came to Earth now and see us with the domes and all of that stuff and say, okay, we need to trick these niggas and we need to have a different time zone and fucking rewire their whole fucking reality. So what we're going to do is we're going to give them this fucking blueprint here. We're going to tell them that everything goes around the sun and the sun's 93 million fucking miles away. Yeah. And they all go around each other in spears. This is what we're going to tell them. It could be that. You understand? So I'm not saying this is real. This is a real fucking one of the 20,000 tablets that they've been unearthing in Sumerian shit, man. Yeah. And this dates back to 5,000 BC when they shit started. When they coming in with what's called a base 66 system with that 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour. You know all that shit. What we still use today. This is where that shit started. So I'm thinking, okay, because people try and say, oh, see, flat Earth, it's not flat because look, this is here. But I still don't believe this. I feel like, yo, those Anunnakis, look at them. They in some big discussion and shit. Like, yo, let's discuss this whole fucking shit, yeah. Now we're here. We want this shit here. These must be some fucking Yahweh some disagreeable cunts. That nigga on the throne, sitting down, who's behind the magnification, that's Enlil. It must be Enlil. I'm telling you, because he's giving the fucking man that agricultural tools. I swear that's Enlil. I'm going to have to research it. But shit like that makes me say, it makes me question things, man. Yeah, and that's why they gave us all this science and lined it up all the stuff with the stars and stuff. You understand? And people say stars don't exist, but it's only because when you see them flat earthers showing you how stars really look, and it looks like some kind of frequency bubble thing. And I tell people, remember, you're looking through water, because outside of the dome, outside of the firmament is water. So between you and them stars is water as well, rude boy. So that's why it looks so fucking blurred out like that, like it's not even a star. But everything's aligned. It's not just Egypt. We like to talk about Egypt, right? But it's the same in Teotihuacan. Yeah, the same shit done in Teotihuacan. Yeah, Mexico. And that's another place like the Giza pyramids. Yeah, where men used to become gods. And it's the same in Xi'an province, China, like we've got in Treasures in the Sand. Xi'an province, China is exactly the same like the Teotihuacan and fucking Kemet. And we've got all this locked down in Treasures in the Sand for you guys, so you can study the science yourself. Yeah, because this is a big mystery. If we're under these 178 domes, then this was a trick that the Anunnaki came and slapped down on us. This wasn't no good shit. They indoctrinated us with this star map shit when really it's the fucking 178 domes. You see what I'm saying? Tune into that fucking live tomorrow, man. It's going to be wild. And look at this. There's the Anunnakis diving, and they got diving gear. I just thought I'd slap that in there because I thought I lost that picture. The man's have got diving gear and shit. The man can stay underwater, look, bastard. But my man's goes under his belly. That's a mad thing. Man's out there, yo. That's crazy. It might not even be an Anunnaki. It might just be a fucking Babylonian or one of them like royalty Babylonians or whatever. But I'm saying, obviously that's Anunnaki technology, innit? For them to have that in them time. Because remember, after the flood, niggas didn't have shit. That had to be reintroduced. That was a reset. Just like we're going into now. This was the alien Mona Lisa that they apparently found on the moon when they did eventually go to the moon. And I'm with Billy Carson. You've heard me say it before. I said to you guys, the first 4 moon projects were faked and they weren't real. But they did end up going to the moon. Yeah. Now I feel like the moon's inside of lower Earth orbit anyway. So I don't even have to explain how. It's not even that far up. Yeah, I've got a video that proves this shit here. That's why I'm telling you about this Anunnaki thing. I think that shit was a scam. And I think Dr. York would have showed us that when we got to behind the 9 ball, because he kept saying, I got to teach you all of this shit, religious shit, and unravel you out of religion so I can teach you what I really came to teach you. And he used to always tell us how the bottom of the earth was smashed off and had to be rebuilt, and the earth had to be rebuilt and shit. When Nibiru crashed into fucking Maldek and one of its winds crashed into fucking earth and they attacked it, so it fucked up the earth and restructured it in that. Yeah. Yo. Notice in the pictures, NASA, when they show you that CGI shit, even though it's CGI, they never show you the bottom half of the Earth. They always only show you the same fucking angle and the same CGI fucking picture that they just tweak here and there. It's the same fucking picture. All these years, you've never ever seen a real photo of the Earth. And if there've been space and the space station's in space and that, how come they've never shown us, okay, this is a real fucking high definition image, photo of the Earth? You've never seen it, and if you have, show it us. Yeah, it's a lie. They've never fucking shown us, because they've never been outside of the fucking dome to show us anything. And it don't look like the fucking globe what they told you it looks like. So they found this alien Mona Lisa in the Shard, crashed on the moon, which is said to have been 3,000 some odd years old, yeah? Sorry, 3 million or 2 million or some fucked up number like that years old. And the fucking size of this thing that they found on the moon is like the size of fucking the Eiffel Tower or the Statue of Liberty, or no, sorry, it's the size of fucking New York. The fucking craft is the size of New York. It's like a piece of stone. It just looks like a long piece of stone, like a piece of shard or something. And they found her on there, and they call her a black woman. They try and use the word Asian now and tell you it's an Asian woman, but you can just look at her lips and tell that's a fucking melated female with locks. And they found a male too, but they was in a stasis, meaning in a suspended sleep. Yeah, I don't know how long for. And so they've tried to retrieve these two, and the male one is just crumbled into a fine fucking dust to rest when they tried to retrieve him. But this female, they've apparently woken her up and retrieved her, meaning they brought her back to Earth, and apparently she lives in one of them fucking bunkers, and they call her Alien Mona Lisa, because you can just see from there, this is an extremely beautiful alien. I ain't never seen no alien like that. Do you get me? So imagine in real life, yo, she must have a striking effect on when she stood there looking at you. You're like, what the fuck? That'll probably just freeze you. You understand? And you would have to admit, bastard, that's a beautiful, powerful being right there. Because to me, that looks like a Lyran. Remember, we're from Ilyun, Lyra. And there's a lot of feline beings that live in Lyra too. The lion beings, they're like lions with humanoid features. Like, only the head looks like a lion. I'm talking about the posture of the person. It's a bipedal. It's like a human. It's a humanoid with 2 arms, 2 legs, a fucking torso and a head. But the head looks like every creature on Earth has got a humanoid representative in the fucking creation. I don't even want to say space no more, because space is suspect. Yeah, but that's Alien Mona Lisa, and that's what they call that. Some of the pictures, when they redo the pictures, because they've got drawings of her, they try and draw her hair like it's some straight hair thing, like it's not fucking 9 Eva locks. She got 9 Eva locks, bro. And so look, when people are talking about Hebrew Israelite, and Doctor, I showed people all the time, look man, he's got the 7 candlestand menorah, yeah, and the 7 stars. Go back to the book of Revelation, and you'll know about it, and the people will soon start rising towards, yo, that shit was the truth. And all the time it was here, I allowed people to poison my mind, and I slept on the shit because of all that child sex trafficking they tried to attach the man and fuck up. But even now, he's here with us more than ever. They tried to get rid of man, and man's message is still here now. You understand? And I see behind the 9 board of what these fucking evil Elohims, these Anunnakis came here and did and changed our fucking reality, man, to this globe earth shit. This shit it wasn't something new that they made up when they reset Tartaria. Nigga, they always had us on this globe earth shit. All the humans, they don't want us to know what reality is. So they give us this globe earth shit from the time these motherfuckers came. I'm telling you. And that's why they had to get rid of man like Dr. York, because he was trying to show us some next level shit. I'm one of them lucky people who actually took him serious when he was here, and I was only 15. So I grew into this shit when my mind was a sponge. These shits will never leave me. Some niggas is only coming to this shit now. It's baffling their brain. You understand? So I give glory to Anu. May he be pleased with Dr. York, with what he did coming here and giving me back my fucking Nuwabic language and shit. Them niggas major their free. Without me having to be in a religion worshipping Dr. York like them fucking Nuwabians, a lot of them do. They still look at this thing with a religious mind. It's not no fucking religion, man. This is facts. So we have to step into our power and start speaking out, man. You are the fucking superhero you've been looking for. I've been trying to tell you niggas this for how long? We looking for the next savior, the next Bobby Hemmett, the next Dr. York, the next this, the next that. Yo, we are the fucking saviors that we've been looking for. Us. No one else. Do you understand? And these motherfuckers, yeah, is trying to stop us from knowing that we're the sovereigns. They want you to stay silent. Yeah, they're the ones running this psyop right now. They need you to stay your ass silent and not speak out about nothing. Yeah, and they're the ones that ran this fucking massive ritual with the mask to silence a nigga. And we still speaking. So make sure you go back to the teachings, man, and use it as a reference, like he said. Use this shit. Not shit. Use this as a reference. A reference book. Go out there into the world and fucking look outside into stuff yourself. And you will be led right back to your reference like, bastard, my man didn't miss nothing. He knew exactly what would happen in these last days. So he spoke about every little particular thing in a certain way so that when we reach the time, we remember, bastard, I remember this lesson on this subject, this Billy Meyer, or this fucking Hebrew Israelite thing. Or yo, Dan, it's fucking crazy that more people ain't into this shit, man. I feel like I ain't even fucking from here. I must have came out of one of them motherfucking crystals just like behind them here. I'm telling you, bro. And so in another live, I'm going to go into how also, especially now young elders came out and put so much out and confirmed my own conclusions, not necessarily the conclusions, because I wasn't I didn't have all the moving parts, but he speaks about the Hindu influence on ancient Kemet and how influential these, and when I say Hindu, I'm not talking about Asiatics that look like fucking Asians. I'm talking about black fucking people that lived in the Indus Valley before Egypt was a dynastic Egypt. And they also was trading inside the Nile Valley. They were going in and out of the Nile Valley. And a lot of them went into the Levant. So as you can see here with the Levant, it's joined to Egypt. It is part of Egypt. If you take away the Red Sea, yeah, and Moses never crossed no Red Sea. Really, he crossed the Reed Sea. Yeah, Billy Carson reminded me of that, but I say reminded because I already said that shit because it's in the Holy Tablet. And Dr. York made it clear there's a Reed Sea, which is just a shallow little piece, like at the top piece there in that V, and then you can just walk through it. But they exaggerated the thing and told you in their myth with the Hyksos how man walked through the fucking Red Sea because God parted it and all of this bullshit. Bullshit, mate. But anyway, we're going to speak about how connected the Levant, so you're talking about Israel, Jerusalem, all the way up to fucking the Hittite Empire, where you see in there Assyrian, yeah, and the Hittite Empire in what was called Anatolia, just at the top there, which is today Turkey. So all of that region was connected. So there's really no difference between an Israelite and a fucking Nubian, or if you want to say Egyptian. And they know this, and they put the division in us, because they gave us these fucked up myths and these half-truths and whole lies. And look at this. Did you know the US government gives $4 billion a year to Israel? That's $10.5 million per day. Oh yeah, and Israel has universal healthcare and government subsidized colleges and universities for all its citizens. Just saying. I think I might have showed this in a live before, in the last one, but I wasn't sure, so I just thought I'd include it anyway. Yeah, and this is really how I feel. I'm not even lying to you. Me, after a day spent trying to wake people up and pull them out of the matrix, that's how I go sleep sometimes. I feel like that. Yeah, people is more brainwashed than I thought. When 2020 hit, I shouldn't say when 2020 hit, I should say maybe halfway through 2022, I just realized, bastard, humans were more dumb than I even thought. Like I really overestimated humans, like the average human society. I just thought more humans were more than what they are, and it's took for this scamdemic to happen to expose how mind controlled humans are, like individually, as a society, like on all levels. It just exposed it for me, man. So I really, when I seen this meme here, I was like, bastard, that's how I feel. I feel like that. No fucking word of a lie. And that's all I have left. Yeah, I ain't even got a blue pill for my, like, that's not even an option. Yeah, I've only got 2 fucking red pills, bro. Like, if you don't like it, you're gonna have to go and find some fucker else. I don't have a fucking blue pill. Yeah, in fact, I've got an album that I've got in the making called The Red Pill. Yeah, that I'm gonna drop on like a fucking bag of bricks on, man. After the last Soundbender, I'm gonna drop The Red Pill. I'm telling you. Wake your sleepy asses up and stop playing games in a world where ain't nobody playing with you. Nigga, ain't no one playing with you. Yeah, look at this fucker. Yeah, Chicago gay bar under fire for racist sister girl puppet show performance. No one ain't talking about it. I seen this on my Instagram, about 3-4 days ago. Maybe not even that. I ain't seen this nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Why is Klaus Schwab's and Prince Charles in the World Economic in the fucking climate conference? Nobody voted for these niggas. I've got this posted on my Instagram, but there's certain things no one's even talking about it. Why is people so fucking silent? I've showed you. People can't think for themselves, and those that can, they're compromised. Yeah, in so many different ways. Look at this clown. Yeah, how can he be doing that? Imagine if we was doing that with one of them. He's probably an Ashkenazim. Look, fuck you now. I don't know if you've heard about this. I don't know how true it is, but I seen this and nobody ain't talking about it. It's just like I said, right now the silence is loud, man. Where I am anyway, the silence is loud. I ain't heard nobody talking about this shit, but I snatched it up off someone's thing. I seen they had a whole thing on it, but I just thought, let me snatch this just and post it to see if anybody is fucking knows more. But I didn't end up posting it. I just had it in my collection, so I thought I'll mention this on my live. I don't know if anybody else has heard anything about this, that he might be freed, because that would be a madness if they free R. Kelly especially after the Bill Cosby thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bill Cosby came, they had to let him go. So imagine if they had to let go R. Kelly. That will show up something's really up. And remember what I said to you guys about the purge, about how they have to let go the chiefs of the land, like Rod Hayes said. And because they have to let go the chiefs of the land, they don't want to admit that they don't have the jurisdiction to hold man no more, because they never had it in the first place. So in order to cover that truth, they're just going to say, well, we're going to release prisoners, you know, and pardon fucking all the people on weed and whatnot. They look for any opportunity in their scapegoat culture to divert their attention off of them and off the real thing. And so you're just looking at ghosts, you're chasing phantoms and shit. But anyway, I seen this, so I thought I'd mention it. And yeah, remember I said like how black women don't love themselves. That's how I really see Nefertiti, not that white woman thing. That what's it? My man's wife, the guy who's apparently dug up the bust. Yeah, his wife, German ass wife with her German nose and shit. They made the bust in some fucking German shop. Yeah, and stuck it in the sand and spoke about how it's Nefertiti. Nigga, that ain't Nefertiti to me. I burn images like this into my brain. This is Nefertiti to me. Do you understand? I don't know how many of you heard about this too. I'm disappointed when I seen this, because I went to see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and I kind of I'm split in the middle. Like, I liked it, it was really good, but in the same time I didn't like it, like what they did with it. After now they killed off the fucking T'Challa. I'm not really a fan of T'Challa, I'll tell you the truth. I'm a fan of the Golden Jaguar. I was there for my man. Yeah, and they put him in there, in the ancestral realm and shit. But look at this. In several countries, Wakanda Forever's LGBTQ scene. So there was a whole lesbian scene in this thing, you know, that they never showed this in the West. Yeah, but it was because it was notoriously censored in certain countries like our countries. But in other countries like them Arab countries, imagine this, Gulf countries. So this is the Persian Gulf and that. These are the same niggas that have been beefing with us as Israelites and Egyptian Nubians. So notice, when the smoke came for both of us. We had to leave the Nile Valley to go and defend niggas in Jerusalem because these Persian Gulf motherfuckers was coming up and running up in there talking about they're going to smash down the Temple of Solomon. So it was guys like Tahaka who had to come up and fend it for our brothers in Israel, because like I said, we all won. You understand what I'm saying? And now look, them same ninjas, these Gulf countries, they watching the thing with gay scene in there. Why are they watching it with gay scene in there? Ain't the Gulf countries Muslim countries? So if they're Muslim countries, why is Muslim countries saying, okay, well, we want the gay scene? What kind of, what the fuck is this? But I thought, look who they put on there, yeah? And this is what I mean about, they won't put like fucking, let's say, Alicia Baumgardner, dash her in, because they know she's sexy. Or let's get another dark-skinned one. What's that dark-skinned model's name on Instagram? The Sudanese, the darkest model on the planet. They won't put her in a role and make her one of these tough women, and she still looks feminine, and she, you understand? No disrespect to this bald sister here, yeah, but she just looks gay to me, yeah. So this is what they do to us. Like Wonder Woman, they're gonna try and find one of them fit Tamahu. What's that Israeli chick's name? The Gadal or whatever. She kind of average, but for them, that's one of their hot chicks, like a fucking Megan Fox and that Wonder Woman type shit. But if they make a Supergirl, black Supergirl, they're gonna get one of these things. One of these bushwick, buckwheat looking women and that. That's why I don't fuck with it. That's why I don't want to see no woman king. Until you put fucking Megan Good, she's the woman king. Put her in the shit. She's the woman fucking king. You do it when you're doing fucking, what's it called, Underworld, Kate Beckinsale in that fucking, the leather. Put fucking Megan Good in one of them and give us that Black Panther to rest, Claire. They don't want to do it. They want to give us fucking, no disrespect, but they want to give us these buckwheat looking sisters, mate. Yeah, and make and have fucking gay scenes and all of this. Fuck all that, man. And make the black woman seem like she's not feminine and she's not fucking beautiful and receptive and fucking yo. They're taking the piss. Them niggas must not have Instagram. Look at this. Israel admits to sterilizing black Ethiopian Jewish immigrants. So the real Israelites, yeah, Falashim and stuff, yeah, from Ethiopia and stuff, they fucking, look, sterilizing them so they can't make sure she can't have children. You know how deep this is? They are sterilizing people. Where have you seen this on any fucking mainstream media? Or spoken about or mentioned people seeing it on main, yo, they're never going to show you what's real in the world. They're showing you a program because most humans work off a program. That's why they're silent. And that's why when you bring up certain facts in a discussion and they realize, bastard, this nigga's outside the program, and they just go faulty. It's like a shot. It's like the computer's froze, rude boy. Yo, man, poor brothers and sisters, they're sterilizing the people, but it's like, why do you want to go to Israel to live there? It's not time for that. Why are you trying to go and live with a bunch of fucking GMOs because it's our land, God gave it to us. One little piece of strip. You know how big the world is compared to your strip. You think God only cares about that little piece of strip. You got to be on some different religious drugs. And this is what they're doing right now, is to say the silence, man. Look at Elon Musk and the Twitter thing. It's like they sent him just to fuck up Twitter. Because Twitter became a good place. I know a lot of people that keep telling me, yo, come on, this is before Elon Musk. Come on, Twitter, man, it's good, man. It's more for like people who want to speak on political views, and they went and fucked up Twitter with this Elon Musk shit. The nigga went and sacked half the staff. Look at Google with the censoring, like how they do it. If you try and type in flat earth on Google, they show you a whole bunch of bullshit. I'll show you a real couple clips tomorrow when I get my thing popping about this chicken farm. Google is a bitch. They're Freemasons. They're a secret society too. All these niggas, in fact, is secret societies. Yeah, and that's why they're so guarded about when you work for them and shit. Yeah, Facebook, that's probably the most aggressive fucker. Yeah, before Elon Musk anyway. He might fucking top Mark Zuckerberg soon. My man just sucking everything. But before Elon Musk came into Twitter and shit, yo, fucking Facebook, man. Look, that's the bottom rig. That's the one that's got the fucking hand at the bottom, right near your near your Adam's apple. Yo, they rubbed me out of Facebook now. I still got a chip on my shoulder about that, even though they did me a favor. Because I was getting to the point where I'm like, bastard, at this point, this is mind control. Why am I still on here? And so it was like, yo, they deleted me. And I was like, well, good. I ain't fucking making another one. Fuck it. So I fucked them off. So Facebook's aggressive. Apple, even though I've got a MacBook, I'm speaking to you on MacBook. I ain't signed into iTunes. I don't want no fucking, I ain't paying for nothing. None of that shit. You understand? I run my Amazon Prime because I want movies to watch. So I pick that. I'll have that and that's it. Other than that, this is for me to do my lives and me to write books on the beast and on the fucker. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, these are the censoring people, man. This is why I don't sell on Amazon. There should be a couple more on there. Your fucking TikTok, they aggressive, man. They deleted me already. They 1-0 up. Yeah, and this second TikTok that I've made, it ain't even popping too much. It's like they thought, bastard, just put the algorithm on my man one time. Because the one they deleted, that shit was popping, man. It made Instagram look daft. In a couple weeks, I was on like fucking... Yo, that Kanye video was on like fucking what, 40,000 views, 4,000 something likes. I was like, hold on, this thing's different than Instagram. They must have forgot who Jadefre was on this bitch. And then I went and got myself fucking deleted. You know, damn, this silence thing is a madness, man. I swear down. Nobody wants to lose their shit. Ain't nobody speaking out about nothing. People is just posting clips. There's so much information. And there's so little breaking down or wisdom. Oi, I need to end this live, man. Look at this. I need to end this live, man. But yo, guys, fucking silence, man. You know? They fucking telling you what to see. You looking at shit, and they telling you what it is. You're not allowed to tell yourself what it is. You're not allowed to voice it or have an opinion or anything. They will tell you what it is. And they'll shape reality for you. Matty. Yo guys, peace to the gods and the earths, man. I'm signing out. That's the end of the transmission. We love you all, man. Namaste.